First off, if you're watching on YouTube, this is probably where I'll cut it in, so, you know, hello there. Welcome. Uh-oh. And, welcome back to the third session of the stream. I actually just posted the second part today because I had issues on, like, Monday when I was going to post it, and then I just forgot to post it.
Forehead now, boys.
So hopefully this one will be up a little sooner, but yeah, we're live. And we're gonna go ahead and get started here in a second. So first off, do you guys want me to do you guys want me to do the recap, or want you to do the recap? It's up to you guys. It does not matter to me.
Yeah, so last session we leveled to level 3.
Yep, we actually did.
Actually, this time.
Yeah, actually this time.
Yeah. That's all. Yeah. No. So yeah, we had started last time with you guys. The morning after the next abduction. And yeah, probably. And you guys decided that you were, after talking with Theravel the wizard, you sort of decided that it would be a good idea to go, search out the site of the monastery where it had been, and that's what you guys did. You hit the road. It's a good day's travel, a full day's travel away from Snowfeld. You guys made it there without incident. You stopped overnight the night before in a tiny little inn and tavern that was a couple hours away from the monastery itself. And actually, one thing I didn't do a good job of describing is that, like, after that little tiny community, then the road really thins down and sort of just becomes a trail. And I should have made that a better point. So, to give you guys an idea, the monastery is not really in a populated area. But I think you guys kind of got that idea anyways. So, you went to the monastery. When you reached the top of the mountain, the ridge on which the monastery had sat, Kass actually flew around, and he saw a good bit of what was left to see, which was pretty much nothing. Basically the top of the mountain was flat. The only thing, there was some rubble from foundation and stuff, but the only part that was intact still was a staircase that led down into the ground. And Kass met up with the rest of the group. The group went up and found out that there's actually this sort of, undead figure guarding there. As far as I know, you guys never learned much about him, really. What did you guys learn about him?
Found his dead body.
We learned that he died and that he had an amulet.
He died down in the basement, and he was some sort of mid-ranking upper member of the monastery.
And he wanted to know if he died defending the area, and defending the monastery. And if he had died a good death.
Yeah, so... Okay, that's right. It's good to hear, what you guys remember about peoples. So yeah, so you guys found all that stuff about him. It was sort of a little bit of a tense situation at first when you guys showed up. I think Ulf was trying to basically sneak around the dude to enter what you found to be where, the burial area. But... Kass managed to calm him down, this ghostly figure, and you guys managed to enter in peace. And when you entered, you found that there was this sort of burial room, which Kass had never seen anything like this before in his time at the monastery. But there was a couple relics there that were preserved, a couple relics that were stolen. There were a couple dead bodies, one of which was the dude you guys had met outside, the ghost of him. There was also a secret sort of passageway, a secret door that led into a large cavern. In this cavern, you guys found a bunch of bodies on the ground after sort of moving slowly into the room. Some of which had actually been, nibbled on by...
They had ooze.
They had ooze, and they had been nibbled on by these giant centipede crawler things. You guys managed...
You described them as caterpillars, not centipedes.
They call them caterpillars.
Yeah, I mean,
fluffy.
caterpillars, centipedes, same thing.
That's not even kind of...
No, not
they were ugly either way. So you you managed to kill them though. Didn't one of you guys went down though? Didn't you? Or no, never mind.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Our tanky boy went
That's
down.
right. Okay, yeah. And Nox had gotten
Nox
paralyzed.
I got
That's right.
paralyzed,
Okay. Okay, yeah. I got it mixed up in my head.
I flew into the air.
Yeah, you flew to there. So, but yeah, so you guys did manage to
And I
kill
didn't
them. though.
get hit.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
true.
also crit once and did a boatload of damage.
Yep. So yeah, but you guys managed to kill them.
Oh, speaking of which,
Mhm.
after the session, I did some reading, and Booming Blade actually doesn't do damage on hit until level 5.
Oh,
So I shouldn't have done that much damage.
that's okay. Don't.
It only does damage after they move.
No big deal. You probably would have won anyway. So
You also
I
don't.
mean, I still had Magic Missile left.
yeah. So yeah, Alexis, you missed this part. It's good that we're doing a recap. So the after killing those things, you found there was this tiny like little alcove set into the wall, upon which were a couple stands. I believe it's 3 stands that were sort of set there but empty. Like it looks like they had been holding something before, but no longer. There was also a big tome there, some sort of decently thick book. And what was it? Oh, and another one of those black stones that you had found one already that was broken. Am I missing anything?
I still have the shards of in my bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still have the Blackstone.
Yes, I think that was everything there. I don't think I
yeah.
missed anything. Yeah.
That's all I remember.
And I, through magic, managed to decipher the words "the order."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you managed to figure out that the word, what the order is represented as in these this runic script or whatever, and you still don't even necessarily know like how you managed to figure that out now. But
Magic?
well, I mean, yeah,
Literally cast a spell that
No.
lets him read anything.
yeah, but I mean, but that's all the only words he got. Whereas before with the other, other thing, he hadn't gotten any. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying is he doesn't
I
know
just need
why.
to cast it more.
He doesn't know why.
Really, the more I
he's,
cast it, the better I get at it.
But yes,
Honestly,
literally
Juan's a
though, he
very
did
good
get
wizard
it
if
through
he can.
magic. Yes.
You can't even take advantage of the full spell.
But yeah, so the
Don't want to be wasteful. Got to use the whole spell.
Yeah, not just half of it.
so the so
But if I use half of it, I can use half of a slot.
Spell slot.
so
Yeah.
But it's a ritual spell, and I cast it as a ritual.
so
Yeah, you only use half a ritual.
so after you guys
So it only takes 5 minutes.
Yeah.
after you guys went through here, then you went back up above surface, and as you were sort of coming up to the surface, you heard some fighting going on. Running out, the fighting had stopped. Had already stopped. It just finished.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about the kobolds.
And and you saw a bunch of dead kobolds, which Alexis probably doesn't know what they are. They're like little dragon things. These ones don't have wings though.
Alright, imagine if there was a humanoid dragon that was like 4 feet tall,
Yeah,
and
Less than
it
that.
was...
I think
They're
they're
like
like 3
2 feet
feet.
tall.
Yeah, something
Are
like
they
that.
only 2 feet tall?
They're
I thought
pretty
they were like
short.
4 feet
They're
tall.
fucking tiny.
They're tiny. Yeah,
Yeah, their size teeny.
But they're also like...
they're also
the most-
ferocious.
They're basically like goblin dragons.
Yeah. So the,
Teeny.
And they're like super like uptight about them having draconic heritage.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the
So they're basically small enough that you can come up to them and be like, "Oh, look at you."
so you guys managed to revive
upset.
one of them that had just been knocked down. Presumably, you guys didn't see the fighting, but presumably by the the ghost dude. And, I mean, you know it was him. He told you. But he. So you managed to revive one of these kobolds, and I believe his name was Grizzles. I have it in my notes. I just gotta find it. Yeah, Grizzles. Grizzles. I don't know. That's how you spell it.
All I remember about him, he sounded like Meatwad.
Yeah, I couldn't do a good
He
voice.
sounded like Meatwad for half of the time, at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
The other time, he was an actual dwarf.
yeah. So the so you found him and revived him, and you let's see. How did the chain of events go? You like basically were interrogating him, and then you didn't Ulf like kill him, and then you revived him again.
Yeah.
Yes, Ulf
Yeah.
stabbed him, plunged his sword into his neck.
Yeah, so Ulf plunged his sword into his neck, but then you guys brought
And
it
then
back
we
to life
said,
again.
"What the hell is wrong with you?"
Yeah,
Yep.
and
I
then
said you wanted answers, right?
so then you guys found out roughly the direction where his sort of like
And then
home...
Kass took him and flew him up
Yeah.
into the sky and dropped him.
Yeah, so Kass, she
I caught him.
or he caught him.
I didn't harm him.
Yeah, so
Physically.
but you did find out the rough direction of his
Couldn't see him.
home, his like mountainous home. He said he lives in like a big
Probably.
mountain somewhere, and then unfortunately he had sort of been wanting to be let go, obviously, but you guys decided to take him in, and
Yeah, we're
He'll
taking
go.
him.
Oh, no.
He'll tell his boss.
he was
We
very...
didn't decide anything.
Would you let me bite his head off?
Oh my god. So the you guys made it back to the town from there, going back down the ridge and down the path. You got some weird looks, but you paid a couple gold. I think it was like 3 gold or something, like that to the barkeep, which is more than all of your guys combined for 2 nights that you had spent there. So he was okay with it. And yeah, you guys were. That's pretty much where we had left off. I believe, right? Is
Yeah, we were going to start in the morning.
yeah. So we'll start in the morning. Real quick, Anna would have been the one keeping Kobold Boy, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's our responsibility, man.
Yeah. Where?
It's my new pet.
How would you have like tied him up? Like I don't know.
He was
Very
already tied
securely.
up.
Like you just tied him to the base of your bed or cot in the room.
Also, remember, I cast alarm for the perimeter of our rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So even if he wanted to leave, he would trigger the alarm.
Just cut his feet off, really.
Oh my god.
Ow.
So
Can't escape.
Yeah, probably he'd have been tied to like the corner of the bed or something.
yeah, no, I got you.
Arms and legs bound.
Yeah. So we'll start in the morning with you guys all waking up, and I'm assuming getting some breakfast before you go. I'm assuming you're not waking up right at the crack of dawn necessarily. Now that you don't really. I'm assuming you're still going quickly though. You're not spending dilly dallying,
Not gonna waste time in this ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This unnamed hamlet or whatever.
Call it Midtown.
Yeah, Midtown. Yeah. So yeah, we'll start with you guys waking up
Or
here,
Middleton.
and the kobold Grizzles. We'll call them Grizzles because instead of Grizzles, Grizzles sounds better for a kobold. So Grizzles is very not happy. Still, obviously, he's pretty pouty. He's not really talking to Anna, unless Anna says anything that she thinks would be particularly interesting, and that might warrant a response.
I'd probably just feed him and give him instructions and
Give
follow
him
and whatnot.
instructions. Oh my!
Well, I'm not just going to be like, well, here's my bag, pick him up and carry him around. Probably going to untie his feet and make him walk himself.
Yeah. No, that seems fair.
I am going to ask the barkeep that I can't remember his name.
Oh,
I don't know if we got his name.
I don't think you guys did, but I have it here, I believe. Hold on.
All right, well, I'm going to ask him for another mug of water and some milk.
Yeah, I think I actually had just named him John. Yeah, but yeah. So you asking for water? You said.
Water and a little bit of milk,
Okay.
like I did the last
Yeah,
time I was here.
like you did the other morning or the other day, rather. It wasn't morning. Okay, he will. How much did he charge you before? It was like 1 copper, I think.
Yeah, it was 1 copper for a quart of milk, and then
Yeah.
I just used a dash of it.
Yeah, and so he'll sort of say, do you? I gotta remember what voice I used for him. He was like country bumpkin dude. He's like, what you want? Oh God, that's so bad. You want the?
He was deep south. Yeah.
You want the? You want a whole thing of milk again, or you just need a little bit? Because I can get you that for cheaper.
This is not it.
It's definitely not it. But
I just need a little.
Tell you what, I'll bring it to you free of charge. You guys already paid enough. This voice is so bad.
I appreciate it.
So he brings you actually a little bit of milk, as much as like he had seen you use the other time. Yeah, he doesn't charge you anything because you guys already paid quite a bit with the whole kobold situation. And yeah, so he brings you that. He brings the rest of you guys all food. If you guys just want to take out like a couple copper maybe for a big, for a breakfast meal.
Oh no.
Yeah, a couple copper. I know.
I'm just gonna eat my rations.
I'll pay for some food. Probably get a little extra for the kobold.
And I'm
Don't imagine
going
he eats too much.
to make and drink some more spruce tea.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Alright.
So how does the kobold look?
So he got fed. Craig had said so. Like he's not starving. He wouldn't be starving anyway. Just come one day. But he looks very unhappy. He's just generally like, sort of staring around at you guys with like, sort of like this deep-seated hatred in his eyes, almost.
I am going to, in Draconic, say, "So how you doing? How was your night?"
He'll be like, he'll look at you and sort of consider you for a second, and he'll say, "Oh God, I gotta do this. I gotta figure out how to do this with you."
Okay, meatwad.
Our tell. Is that good? There we go.
Yeah.
God.
No,
What
but
It's
not
actually
as bad as
terrible.
it was last time.
Yeah. Okay.
More meat waddy.
Since you're talking to me in my language, at least I can talk to you. I'm doing pretty shitty. You and your friends don't really, I don't know. You don't really like to give any leeway to people like me, do you?
I think we're giving you about as much leeway as we can get.
I'm just saying, you guys said that you'd let me go.
We said that we would take you to jail, and that we would let you live.
Interestingly, I don't think we said either of those things.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we just said we can't let you go.
We definitely did not say we would let him go.
No, we said we were going to take him to jail.
You did tell him that, Grigots.
Did I tell him I'd take him to jail?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't recall this at all.
Yeah.
You said
Are you sure?
that you won't kill him, but you will take him to jail.
I don't remember saying jail. I know I said I can't let him go.
I think you
You
did.
definitely said you would bring him to some imprisonment.
Yeah, some sort of imprisonment. But so he's like, and he just sort of like grunts and doesn't really say anything more to you unless you pursue the conversation more.
No?
Yeah, he just sort of like grumbles in the corner. You hear him at a couple times say some slurs in Draconic towards other mortal creatures, other humanoids.
I'm just gonna, like, hit him upside the back of the head.
And then he'll curse at you a couple of times in Draconic, but he doesn't try to do
Alright,
anything.
get along, you two.
He's bad-mouthing us.
Not surprising.
But we could at least teach him some manners.
Oh, we could just execute it.
I think I was wrong about you. I took you for a good sort originally, but you're kind of violent.
So did I. You are much like your kind is thought to be than I had originally anticipated.
No, that's racist.
It's only a racist if it's wrong.
I don't think that's true.
You did try to kill this kobold with no provocation.
I wasted magic keeping this thing alive, and you try to kill it again.
I brought him back.
I doubt he wanted to be brought back after what you did.
And I hardly feel that excuses your action.
Yeah.
And he'll say, Grizzles will take part in the conversation actually at this point, and he says, yeah, that really hurt.
Nobody asked you.
And then he spits a little bit on the ground towards you.
I'm going to spit on him.
You just grab him and spit on his head or something.
Why do you have to grab him? You just can't move.
Just gonna spit him.
Okay.
Can a bird
Spit
spit?
on him.
They have no lips.
Bird can.
This bird
I
can,
have
yeah.
saliva still.
Yeah, we'll say that.
He's gonna
you
gleek
find
at
a way.
him.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm going to fold my tongue into a cannon and shoot a cannon loogie on his forehead.
Oh my god. Alright, so do you guys ask any other things to the people in this in this community, or you just kinda head out after this?
I imagine they probably want us to leave since we have the kobold with us.
Yeah, so as you guys are getting ready to go, sort of putting your packs on outside, getting ready for a hike back to town. You get some looks from the towns, or townsfolk, village folk, that the couple that are in the houses that are in this sort of little meeting area. A couple of them come to their doors and sort of look at you guys without no one approaches you guys. And yeah, so we'll say that you guys are going to head out towards Snowfeld. And again, it's maybe it's a little less than a full day's journey. A couple hours less than a full day's journey because you had saved that last leg for a different day. So yeah, you guys hit the road, and again, I'll describe it a little bit, but the area here is pretty alpine looking, lots of pine trees. Luckily, it's not too cold right now. It's not too. It's certainly brisk, certainly chilly, but it's not freezing. There's no snow. It's a little misty and a little foggy, just like it was the day before. Of course, that doesn't really matter when you're just walking. It's not like we're driving cars. And you guys start heading along down this road that now is somewhat more of a major road. Still not something that you'd really call a highway. But you start heading back towards Snowfeld. And as you guys get on the road, after a couple hours pass, you guys are coming down to this one rocky area, this little ravine almost that is traveling alongside the river. You're actually sort of above the river. The river is sort of cut through the ground at this point. And you went down this little ravine. And as you guys walk through here, you hear a cry for help. It sounds like it's a little ways away, maybe on the other side of the river or something. And you've seen on the other side of the river there is another little trail that sort of goes parallel to the river on that side. It sounds like maybe a 40-year-old man or something, a middle-aged man. He's crying out. His cries aren't actually too loud. They sound kind of in weakened, but he's like, help, help, something like that.
What sort of fool starts yelling in the middle of the woods?
Probably it's trapped under a log.
I think he might be in trouble.
Well,
Doesn't
if we don't
sound too
if we don't find out what's going on, he'll be in more trouble when the wildlife shows up.
Yeah. Is there a way across the river? And Nox would then look and see.
Well, Kass can get over.
That's true. There doesn't appear to be any bridge in this area. This is a pretty unpopulated part of the road.
How deep is the river?
Well, we're above it, aren't we?
Yeah. The river is it's a pretty wide river. Maybe I'm trying to think actually about how wide it is. It's probably maybe 50 for you. No, probably like 40 across here. It narrows a little bit, and it's moving pretty quickly. And depth-wise, you can't really tell about the middle, but on the edges, it drops off not too quickly. You can wade in a little bit and probably be fine.
Are there trees on either side of the river?
Yeah. There's actually quite a few trees, and after sort of looking around, then you so the ravine you guys just came down out of has put you on the level of the river above. Before you were sort of above, like on this little tiny drop that was going next to the river. But there are, there's a riverbank here, and there's trees on both sides. And after, I'm assuming, listening around a little more, you hear the cries coming from. It sounds like they're definitely coming from the other side, further into the trees somewhere.
Does anyone here have any rope?
No.
I think so.
I'm gonna be so.
Nox does.
No, I must have left that with the camp like I did my bedroll.
Yeah, Nox
So-
says, I've got about 50 feet. Kass, if you could fly this to the other end and tie it to a tree. We could use it to make our way across safely.
Yeah. If maybe you just want to let me know where we are and what's happening. Haven't been paying.
We want you to fly a rope across the river to tie to the other side. So
We're
we can
on
get
our way
across safely.
back to Snowfeld. It's been a couple hours on the road, and we hear a cry for help coming from across the river that we're walking by.
Right. Do we see anything across the river?
No, it's like
Trees
there's
that we want you
trees,
to
yeah.
tie a rope to.
We see a small trail and trees we can tie a rope to.
How about I go see if I can see the trouble and decide if we even need to deal with this.
Sure, but take this rope with you anyway.
Okay. I take the rope, and I fly across the river.
All right. Sounds good. So you can hear the cries for help, and I described this when you weren't here, but they're essentially it's like this. It sounds like a man yelling like "help," something like that. And but they actually aren't even too. It's not like they're piercing. It's not like they're urgent. They're just sort of like this constant yells out, cries out for help. And so you fly over the river, and do you just like fly over the trees and stuff?
Yeah, I'm just looking for any sign of
This boy, yeah.
person for calling for help.
Yeah. So you sort of, it takes you a couple minutes, but there's a particularly like heavy area of trees that it looks like there's a trail leading through, and you figure out you as you get closer, you hear these yells coming from here, and as you sort of like come down closer to them, you do see the source of the cries. It is what appears to be a middle-aged man who is laying underneath what looks to be the wreckage of a cart of some sort.
Okay. Do I see anything else?
No, just this dude. He doesn't see you at first. He's sort of like trying. It looks like he's weakly trying to pull the cart off of him because it hasn't pinned down. But he
Okay,
so
I'm
he's sort of
going
focusing on it.
to try to lift up the cart enough for him to crawl out.
All right, so you like swoop down and land next to him.
No, I'm just gonna try to lift up the cart.
Yeah. So as you sort of come into his view, he looks at me and is like, he's like, oh, you've come to help me. Oh, thank goodness. Oh. And so he's saying this. I'm assuming you just ignore him and try to get the cart off him.
Yep.
Okay. So you come flying down, and he says this, and I'm gonna need you to make me a strength or athletics check.
Okay. I will make an athletics check.
Okay. So, So you come in and start trying to pull it off of him. And it budges a little bit. It actually moves a couple inches. And you see that it's actually his leg is sort of pinned under it. And it budges a couple inches, but you're not able to get it clear of him. And actually he starts to scream out. He goes, "Ah! Ah!" After a second, like, while you're doing this. And he says...
Okay, I fly away.
And he sort of like yells out like wait, come back.
I go and tie the rope to the tree near the party.
Okay, yeah. So a couple hundred feet away where the riverbank is. You guys you guys see
even
Kass.
if it doesn't get across the river, I imagine it's to the point where one of us can hold the
The
other
river
end
the river's
in
like
the
40
shallows.
feet, so it more than makes it. Because you find two
Be able
trees.
to get it around a couple tree branches.
Mm-hmm, yeah, you can find it. You actually find two trees that are on the edges, pretty close to the edge of the river, and manage to tie it. And it's pretty, pretty steady. These are pretty big trees, nothing that is gonna like break, snap off.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of look at the water, look at the rope, and look at the kobold, and just tell it, hop on my back if you don't want to drown.
I will just suggest to fly the kobold over.
I don't imagine it wants to go anywhere near you at this point.
And the kobold, he nods to that and then spits in your direction again.
Okay, I'm gonna spit on him again.
and he says, why?
To who?
To Kass. And then he starts to climb on to Anna's back as best as he can. I don't know.
I'll make my way across the river.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, you don't have to make a check or anything. You guys have the rope for that reason. You just, hand over hand, steadying yourself, really. Near the middle, it gets pretty deep, so that to the point where you're just, using the rope. Your feet aren't touching the bottom, but and the river is moving pretty quickly. It's a pretty fast-moving river, but it's no problem with the rope being in place. So you managed to make it across, no problem. And I'm assuming the rest of the group follows.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone stay on this side or anything?
I'm not staying on that side. I'm going across.
All right, sounds good. So, so you guys all make it across, and I'm assuming you leave the rope up for now.
Yeah.
And you start going towards the dude. I'm assuming Kass leading.
Yeah, and bring him to the dude.
Mm-hmm. So
explain the situation on the way, probably.
Yep. So it's just a short walk. But and you kind of hear the guy crying for help again. He immediately goes back to like just crying, weak yell like help. You guys show up onto the scene in this little clearing here where he has had his accident, and yeah, you all see what I described before. The cart is sitting on him, on his leg. He's pinned below it, and he doesn't look like he's in a position to be able to help himself out much.
Are you
Anna
hurt?
looks at Ulf and says, I think you're the strongest here.
So Elwyn asks, is he hurt? And he says, yeah, I think I broke my leg.
How did something like this even happen?
I was walking along, pushing my cart, and I got stuck in this rut here. And he sort of like points to the ground. The ground in the area doesn't even look that rough, but there's certainly like some rocks and stuff that. And then the front wheel broke off and came flying forward, lurched forward onto me, and I got pinned to the ground.
So which side of the cart is he under?
Just like the front right corner,
So he ran himself over.
Kinda. I mean,
Well, it's like tipped over.
yeah,
somehow
it's like
on top
tipped
of
over onto him, sort of. And it's a pretty rickety cart, so it's not really hard to believe that it happened.
I guess I go to the side that looks like it would be easiest to lift off of him.
As you sort of walk over there, he's like, wait, you guys have an orc with you. He's not gonna hurt me, is he?
Hopefully not.
He might. I mean,
He does seem to enjoy hurting people.
Oh, I guess.
But don't worry, we won't let him this time.
Okay.
Mostly joking.
I mean, he might hurt you, but you know, we're not going to condone it.
He's like, that doesn't really sound too convincing.
We can leave you under the cart.
Either you can stay under the cart, or you can trust him.
He's the strongest of us all. So.
Fair enough.
I take a piece of cloth and I just shove it in his mouth so he shuts up for a moment.
Wow.
Fuck.
And the kobold is snickering right now while he's watching
And
this.
then I go.
You and the kobold are getting along.
I mean,
And I
we
go
knew
to
it.
go lift it off.
Right?
Him.
Sounds good. He sort of
I'm
like
going to help lift it off.
you hear him when you like sort of walk up to him to stuff this cloth in his mouth. He goes like, like starts like he like screams muffled through it. But then he sort of calms down once he realizes you're not like strangling him or anything. So yeah, so you go over, and I'm assuming the rest of the group will help as they can, so you can have advantage.
No.
No.
I'm helping lift the
Yeah.
cart off.
Yeah, I think Elowen said that. She was.
Yeah, she said that.
Yeah. But yeah, so you
Strong
guys.
people do it.
Fair enough. No, it's totally
I'm
fair.
not strong.
I'm also
average.
just going to watch.
Stronger than you.
Still though, you're providing your help. So Ulf, roll me your athletics with advantage. Hey, nice. So you come over and with Elowen sort of helping to guide it, so like making sure it comes off of this dude in a way that's probably not going to hurt him as much. Then you putting in your strength, you go, "Rah!" and you manage to just push it off him all in one go. And luckily he doesn't have much contact with him. It's not like it bangs around his leg anymore than it needs to. And the cart goes sort of rolling off of him a little bit with the wheels that are still functional. And rests a couple feet away, and the dude he starts to shift himself up again. His leg, it's pretty clear now, his leg is definitely broken. In fact, his femur, like his upper part, is broken. It looks like.
I'm going to take some of the pieces of wood and carve him a splint.
You start carving him a splint. And
If I see Kass doing that, I'll just kind of motion him away. Tell the what does he look like? Just villager?
Yeah, he looks like he's dressed pretty poorly, like peasant clothes.
Yeah. I tell him to put the cloth back in his mouth if he had taken it out.
And he's like I don't like the sound of that, but he does so, and he like looks up at you with like big puppy.
I grab his
eyes.
ankle and look him in the eye.
Oh no!
Making sure he's ready.
His eyes like open wide.
And I'm gonna yank his bone back into place.
Oh god. Oh god.
Probably just use like healing hands on him. Or
Go ahead. And,
Well,
lay on hands
theoretically,
on
I
him,
could just
maybe.
heal him and it'd be magically all right. But,
go ahead.
puppy.
Go ahead and roll me a medicine check. You'll see how well. Or I mean, you're gonna get it eventually. We're gonna say how long it takes, how much pain this guy
how many
goes
yanks
through.
I have to do? This is gonna be interesting.
He loses his leg.
Does anyone actually know medicine? 'Cause I just have a +1. But anyway,
No, I mean I have a +3 in medicine.
Hey, okay,
hey, that's
nice.
not bad.
Yeah, so it actually only takes you one. It takes you like one short little yank to sort of figure out what the problem is, and then the next one is like a big yank. You go boom, and you hear like a crack, but it's not like a bad crack. It's a good crack. You know these
All right.
things in
After
character.
that, I'm going to cast Cure
And,
Wounds on him to
Okay.
heal the bone in place.
Yep. Sounds good. So you
I think
cast.
lay on hands would probably be better. Wouldn't spend a spell.
It still spends resource either way.
So you put your hand down on the spot, the affected spot, where the break was or is, and heal it away. And when you're done, he like pulls the rag out of his mouth, and looks at you with sort of like amazement. He's like, "Wow, you use magic to heal me."
Yeah, And technically, I think, let's see, is Cure Wounds? Yes, verbal, somatic. So yeah, I would have just waggled my fingers and said something and magically healed.
Yeah, he's
You pick up a few things here and there traveling.
He's like
Actually a sort of traveling show now.
a show. Wow, that's so cool. I've never seen any sort of show or anything out here in the Snowfeld countryside. We don't really get too many big attractions coming through. I remember, I think probably the last big attraction was maybe back when I was back when I had my first kid, a good 15 years ago. Then we went to Fellington actually for one of the big festivals that the Duke used to put on. Oh, that was such a cool time. That's the only big thing like that I've ever seen in my life.
I'm going to snap my fingers, and my owl appears on his shoulder.
And he goes, "Oh!" You get is scared.
So, sir, where is it you were heading before you?
And so
had this misfortune.
Yeah, so he starts getting up and like dusting himself off and like feeling his leg, like poking it with his own hands, like he can't believe it. He's like, "Oh well, you see, I just I actually am a carter from one of the local little communities here." And he points to his cart, and the cart. I should have described this earlier, but there is it has sort of like a covering over it, and it looks like there's stuff underneath. And so he goes over to it now, and pulls back the cover, and you guys see like a variety of goods, nothing too exotic looking. Basically, just pots and pans, some lumber, some what looks to be like maybe a couple rakes, farming supplies.
You
I
wouldn't
asked
happen
for
to have
a piece of wood.
and all of that supplies, would you?
Oh, what? Sorry.
A bedroll?
A bedroll? Well, I mean, you see, the thing is, being a carter, I'm not really a merchant. I just mostly take stuff to people where they need it. Almost like a delivery service, sort of.
Yes. And
Perhaps any thick blankets? This loony is trying to become an adventurer without any provisions to be sleeping outside at night.
I had provisions. I just misplaced them with my last traveling troupe.
How long ago was that?
3-ish days ago? 3 or 4? It was right when I arrived in Snow whatever.
Snow whatever. So he sort of like watches you guys as you guys are talking back and forth, arguing.
Have you noticed the kobold yet? Tied up?
He actually hasn't yet. 'Cause he's been pretty focused on like first the pain.
I'd be willing to pay, I say, as I reach into my coin purse and pull out 2 silver.
And so he sort of turns back and and starts looking through his stuff. And then he's like, I don't think I have. Oh, what in the world? I don't even know how this got here, but it seems like there is one here.
Actually, instead of pulling out 2 silver, I'm going to pull out 2 gold, because bedrolls are more than 2 silver, and I don't want to rob this guy blind.
Okay. So he's like, oh wait, I don't even know how this got here, but I must have forgotten. But and then like he reaches down, and he's like, wait, this isn't real. What in the world?
I laughed.
Spit it out, man. What is it?
It looked like there was a bedroll in the cart, and then when I touched it, my hand went right through it.
Oh, let me see.
All right, you go over and look in.
I am going to poke it with my finger.
All right, your finger goes through it, and it is clear that it is an illusion.
Why is there a fake bedroll in this cart?
That is rather odd.
Is there anything inside of this fake bedroll?
No, it just looks like a...
Could you give me a moment? Like 10 minutes or so?
Yeah. And meanwhile, Kass is like chuckling to himself.
I'm gonna spend 10 minutes casting Detect Magic as a result.
So you start... You start doing this, and does anyone interject?
I guess I'm just
gonna start working on the cart, trying to fix it for the guy.
A minute into him doing it, it disappears.
How far away are we from Snowfeld at this point?
Yeah, so, only like maybe 3 or 4 more hours. It's this is a couple
3 or 4
hours.
What now?
3 or 4 more hours. Yeah.
All right.
You're a couple
I'm
hours.
gonna go sit on a stump and kind of motion the kobold over.
So
a minute into you doing this, Drake. Then the bedroll disappeared.
Yeah, it disappears while you start casting this ritual, or doing your thing, whatever it is, and yeah, it just disappears.
Well, I'm casting it either way. So after 10 minutes, I cast.
Yeah, I suppose you're not even paying attention to it at this point.
Is there anything magical in the cart?
But besides that,
well, it's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone now. No, there is there. Well, actually, wait. Maybe there is.
Well, wait. There's.
At first, it doesn't seem like it, but there is sort of like a very faint, like magical glow, sort of coming through, coming from the the corner. And when you sort of like, I'm assuming you look at that more closely.
Yeah, I'm going to dig through it until I find the source of magical aura.
Mm-hmm. And it's actually a little like potion.
Do you know what this is? I say, holding it up to the man.
He looks at it when he sees that you're holding it. He's like, oh, I gotta hold that. And he like snatches it from you, or tries at least, if you let him.
I'm going to let him. I don't want to rob this man.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, this is from old lady Miller. She wanted me to, said this was really valuable and that I needed to get it to her son.
Quite valuable, actually.
Yeah,
It's a potion of some sort.
Oh.
Magical in nature.
It's a magical potion.
Yes.
Really? And he like sort of holds it up and examines it, like puts his eye up to it now. I didn't know that, but it would make sense that that's why old lady Miller wanted me to hold on to it so safely. Huh. She said it's something to do with like her grandson being sick or something, and she was sending this to her son so that he could give it to his grandson, something like that. Well, to be honest, I don't have a lot that I could give you all as thanks for helping me, but I'll also try to look through here to see if there's anything that I could give you. I don't have a bedroll, as unfortunate as it is, but I might have a couple blankets here for when I'm traveling that I take with me. I could perhaps give you.
I wouldn't want to take your supplies.
Oh, I'm sure I have an extra lying around here somewhere. And of course I can always I have more back at my home, so I wouldn't mind giving you one.
Where is it that you're from?
Where they? Oh, well, my wife knits them. Were they knit?
No, I mean, where are you from?
Oh God, I thought you said where are they from. Okay, never mind. Well, yeah, he'll be like, I'm just from a little hamlet a couple hours from here to the north. And I was actually returning that way now when I came through this accursed place. I'm looking around at the clearing. He says that.
Well, I suppose we should be off.
Yes,
looking at the group.
Are you
We do
sure?
have some news to get to somebody.
Oh, I see. Are you sure you don't want anything here? And just to remind you guys, there's really like nothing this guy has that would interest you.
Did you not say that you're not a merchant? Doesn't that mean that isn't your stuff?
I have a couple of things, but I don't think any of it's really.
No, we don't need your goods.
Well, at least, and so he rummages through his pockets and is like, here, at least take this. And he pulls out actually 2 gold pieces actually. Well, 2 whole gold pieces. And he says,
Please, I couldn't.
I mean, it's if you wanted it, it's yours. I'm in your debt, you know. I wouldn't have been able to escape here. Someone would have come along eventually, possibly, but heck, even if they had, without that magic, I don't know if my leg would ever hit set right.
I suggest we give it to the strong boy, because he's the one that got him out.
Kass suggests that you take the money that this guy's offering.
How much is it?
2 gold pieces.
No.
Okay. Alright. He's
I
like,
refuse it.
alright. And he sort of like, he like looks around and he's like, well, I suppose if you don't want it, that's fine too. And he sort of like, he puts it back in his pocket.
And I'll walk up to the cart and eyeball it. Is there any rope there?
There is a length of rope actually towards the front where it looks like he keeps like his toolbox or something, you know, the equivalent. You know, like maybe he uses this rope when he's going around with his cart, you know.
Well, Anna will grab that, wave off the goal, and say, "We'll call it even." Starts walking off back towards the rope we had tied up.
Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, sure, no thing. I shouldn't be needing that anytime soon. I can find some new rope.
All right.
And
find some rope.
And he sort of
is it hempen rope or silken?
Presumably, it's
hemp.
hempen.
Yeah, hempen.
I think silk rope's like real expensive.
Yeah.
It's like the difference of 1 gold and 5.
Yeah.
Actually, it might be 10.
Yeah. So he sort of like waves it off as well, and he's like, yeah, well, I mean,
yeah, it's 1 to 10.
If that's all you'll be needing or wanting to take from me as compensation, then I suppose I'll let you be on your way. It seems like you guys have a lot more going on than I do.
Take care of yourself.
And so he sort of nods, and as you guys sort of turn away, you do hear him as Anna turns away. He's like, "Oh God, what is that?" And he's pointing at the kobold. He just now saw it. He just now saw it, and the kobold goes like, you know, like sneers at him.
But his arms are bound.
No, I know. He doesn't like do anything. He just like yells at the dude and like motions with his head.
Don't worry about it. It's harmless. Just a little lizard rat.
Believe it or not, he might have a better temperament than the orc.
And the dude looks like a little like worried, and he's like, oh, well, as long as you have it under control. Well, have a nice travel. He sort of like, and he sort of like goes back. He goes to his cart and like starts looking it over. All right.
Okay.
My total weight is now 69 pounds.
Nice. So you guys.
My total weight is 66.36.
So you guys head back across the river. I'm assuming get on the side of the road that you were on.
Yeah, when we're traveling back across the river, Anna kind of absent-mindedly says to the kobold, "Even if you were to be set free, would your master even let you live, having failed?"
He says, yeah, he would just send me on another raid, and if I failed that one, it would probably be in death, so he doesn't care.
Oh, so send you out until you die.
I mean, this one almost resulted in your death. It actually did twice.
It did. Multiple times, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I didn't do that, then he'd eventually I would die some other brutal way.
It's not a very pleasant life to live.
Might as well go out with... Yeah, exactly, like humans eating me. Might as well go out with a bang, try to kill other people, too.
What color of kobold is this guy?
He's like a muddish red, you know. It's not like a beautiful red.
Rusty boy?
Yeah, he's a rusty boy.
You know, not necessarily everything you've heard in your... What would they call their place? Warrens or whatever?
Something like that, yeah.
Holes?
Mm-hmm.
Not everything you've heard where you come from is necessarily true about the rest of the world.
Yeah. Well, I do know that, well, from taking part in other raids on humans, I just know that you guys are weak.
Oh, really?
Wait, we're weak. Aren't you the one tied up?
As soon as he mentions humans being weak, I'm just going to start laughing.
I also joined in the laughter.
Okay. And he he sort of like looks at you guys and he says, you elves are weak too, and so are you birds. We eat you guys whenever we raid your places.
Nox
I'm
definitely
sure.
laughs out loud at that.
Yeah.
It's the most ridiculous thing she's heard in a long time.
Just you wait till you... Eventually you'll see.
I'm sure we will.
I would love.
And
to
I'm
see
going to
the
pat him on the head.
That's the nicest treatment he's gotten so far.
He doesn't actually retaliate or try to retaliate to that. He just like takes it as funny.
You take that, Pat.
So you guys are
Just a friendly pat.
you guys are heading down the road. A couple more hours pass of travel as you are all sort of getting closer to Snowfeld, but still a ways outside of it. There's still it becomes more frequent to see like farms and pastures, but it's certainly still not urban in any sense. I mean, Snowfeld itself isn't urban really. But as you guys are coming through this one area that is not as heavily forested as that area that you guys had stopped at before, but pretty like hilly and rocky. Then you guys are walking along, and you actually all of a sudden piercing the fog has lifted now, but piercing the sort of like quiet air is what sounds like a scream. And this is not like a yell for help like the other dude. That dude, you know, it was more like a weakened sort of like slow cry for help. This is like a piercing scream. It sounds like it's a good ways away actually, but when you know it's so loud that you guys hear it pretty well. It's a woman screaming, and it's super high pitched and like blood curdling.
I'm going to immediately place my hand on the hilt of my rapier and just start running in that direction.
A morning star that is very black would just appear in Nox's hand, and she would.
All right.
God damn it! What is up with people
I
today?
would
I pick up the
Superman
kobold
in that direction.
under one arm and take my weapon out with the other.
Right.
Just start heading that way.
So Kass goes into the sky, I'm assuming.
Yep, I'm
Just a
Superman in the way.
leisurely flight.
So yeah, so you guys hear it. It's coming from off. It's on this side of the river now. It's not on the other side. But it is a ways off in sort of like what looks to be a patch of woods. And again, it's pretty hilly, pretty rocky, so you guys can't see anything right now. And it is you can tell it's a little ways away. But you hear the scream, and and start heading off towards it. Kass, flying through the sky, is not able to see anything right away. Sort of flies over, through the trees, and is looking around. The rest of the group running as fast as they can to keep up. And the screams, while you guys are going towards them, they don't seem to be really getting any closer or further away. Kass seems to be gaining on them, but it sounds like it's moving a little bit. You can tell it's moving because it sounds like it's not getting any closer. And after
I would like to go Super Saiyan.
Okay, all right. So while you do that, the rest of the group, you guys are running on the ground, and after not even too long, maybe 15 seconds of running in this direction. Well, maybe no, probably more than that. Probably like 30 seconds of running towards the sounds. You guys do pass on the ground, like in the forest, what appears to be like a some sort of like basket and other stuff that looks like it was just like it has been left there in a hurry. And there's even like a scarf or something, like some piece of clothing that is strewn out on the ground here.
Just a quick glance before I continue running.
Mm-hmm.
What is just readily visible in the basket?
It looks like it is a bunch of like pine cones.
Okay. I am going to pick up the basket, put the scarf in the basket, and continue running.
Are you taking the basket with you too?
Wait.
I'm taking the basket of pine cones and the scarf with me as I run to the source of the screaming.
Right. So Kass, to Kass, it sounds like he is catching up to the screams, flying as fast as he can. When they suddenly become more muffled, as it sounds like you are almost about to come up to them, but you still hear them, and you come out all of a sudden into a little clearing here, flying above it, of course, but you come out into this little clearing, the trees are thinning out, and there appears to be like a sort of in the side of this hill right here, there seems to be like a tunnel that leads down, and it sounds like the screams are now coming from down there.
I will wait at the tunnel.
Okay. So you wait at the tunnel. You know, after a few more seconds, then the rest of the group pops out of the trees. You guys all see Kass here. He's waiting next to the entrance to this tunnel. And
are they down there?
Sounds about it.
And the screams have stopped now, by the way, by the time you guys reach Kass. The kobold the kobold he's like you guys really don't hesitate to look for danger, do you?
You're the
Why
one
would
that
we when
running
we
into
have
a
the
ghost.
ability to handle ourselves?
And he just snickers.
Nox,
Piece of shit.
yeah, right. Well, Nox will look at the rest of the group and say, "Well, no time to waste," and head into the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow her. I can see in darkness.
Well, let's go, little buddy. You're joining in the danger for once.
And he like grumbles. So
Hey, what's the worst that could happen? You could die again.
so
You don't particularly like our company anyway.
So you guys are you guys start heading down into this tunnel, down through this tunnel. Excuse me. The tunnel is it's about like 10 feet wide or so. It's not really too wide, not too narrow though either. It's not like it's squeezing you guys down to where you have to like go sideways or anything. And it sort of is like a little bit of a windy tunnel. I'm assuming, do you guys like so it gets dark pretty quickly. I'm assuming Kragox, you use your light thingy.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a light on my rapier if I can't see otherwise.
Right. Yeah, sounds good. And you all start going down this tunnel. It goes like a little ways before it starts curving, and then it starts sort of like going through these little curves and twists. Meanwhile, staying pretty much the same width the whole time and not breaking out into any caves. And I'm assuming you guys are also going pretty cautiously, not like just running full speed. Or...
Definitely not running in a windy dark.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not dark for me, but
But
definitely
still,
not
yeah.
running in a windy tunnel.
Yeah. Okay.
It's dim for me.
Well, I mean, it's light where we are because there's 20 feet of bright light around us. But
So
I'm basically carrying a torch.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Eventually, you guys come to a little portion of this tunnel that is straight for a while, and then at the end there appears to be a corner, and you're able to see that there is sort of like light being like flickering against this wall. There's not any visible light, but it looks like it's coming from around the corner. And beyond this, you can hear like a little bit of like whimpering.
Anna will sheathe her rapier so it's not glowing anymore if there's light up in.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of stumble along as best she can.
Nox will bring her shield out. She already has a weapon in the other hand,
Yep.
and peek her
I'm
around the corner.
going to I'm going to set down the basket and draw my rapier and my wand.
Sounds good.
I suggest that we try to stealth this one.
So Nox is just peeking around the corner.
All right. So I guess roll for me a like stealth check because you're trying to do it stealthily, right?
Okay. I'm
Assuming.
going to
Just to see if you
gonna-
get seen doing this.
gonna put a 10 on everybody's stealth roll.
Oh, okay.
What?
Excuse me.
Mhm.
How?
What do you mean by put a 10 on?
What does that mean?
Gonna put a 10 on.
Nice.
Asking your pins.
Okay.
Oh,
I
plus
rolled-
10 bonus.
I rolled 23.
Yeah, you roll a 23.
I roll a 15.
The rest of you guys don't have to roll stealth right now if you are not looking around the corner too.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking around
Yeah.
the corner.
Okay.
I'm curious.
No, that's
I'm also curious.
that's fair.
Hey, thanks for that pass without a trace.
So
Yeah, no problem, bud.
okay, now hold on a second.
It meant that I might not actually get spotted.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, that was... Let me see. Okay. So, you...
Absolute terrible rolls.
So, you look around... you guys all look around the corner, and you poke your head around just enough to get a vision into what awaits, and it appears to be sort of this little cavern, not too wide, just a tiny little cavern. And it doesn't look like, from a brief glance, it doesn't look like there's any other ways out of this. So one of the tunnels in this cavern there are two figures. One of them is a woman, appears to be like maybe 30. She has like blonde hair. You can't really see her eye color, but she is kneeling down on the ground. Next to her is what appears to be some sort of weird creature that looks sort of like a goblin, but is much taller. He looks like an average human size. He has sort of like weird leathery skin. He does have goblin's like pointed ears, and he has like he actually has what appears to be like some sort of ponytail, like a warlike sort of traditional warrior ponytail. And he is looking in your guys' direction, but he doesn't see you guys. He's looking like towards the entrance that you guys are at.
He's the source of the screams.
What he is?
I guess. Jack, your character would know what this is. You don't even have to roll. It is a hobgoblin.
What do I know about hobgoblins?
Normally they command other goblins, and they're stronger than normal goblins. This one does not appear to be like a super strong one, but in general, hobgoblins are in general stronger than goblins. He is also though. Well, yeah. So
to look for other hobgoblins.
Okay. The other thing about this guy is that he's holding his longsword against the woman's neck. Sort of like he's sort of like behind her.
And how far away is he?
He is 40 feet away, roughly. It's a decent sized cat.
I think I have a plan.
Well, don't tell us. Just do it.
Okay.
You.
All right. I am going. I am going.
You are going
to cast Phantasmal Force.
Okay. What does this do?
It's the hell box.
It's the hell box.
Oh my
so
god!
Much more.
And it's on his head.
Let me see.
And it's a hell box.
So you're doing the box around this guy's head. Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
The hell box.
Oh, wait,
yes.
you could do a box on the head. He could suddenly be standing in a pit of lava right now.
Okay, hold on.
So many options.
So what does he need to roll?
It's in intelligence.
Intelligence investigation.
Okay.
An intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence.
Oh, is it?
Investigation
investigation is later.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Stop it.
All right. So you cast this on him. Let's first.
Well, what are you casting it as?
It's the hellbox.
Yeah.
Is that what you're using?
Yeah, it's hell box.
Melik's hellbox.
Yeah.
Melik's
That's the name of the spell.
Hellbox. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is your
13.
DC? Okay, 13. All right. So
he has to make a DC 13 intelligence.
would he,
save.
if he succeeds, would he know that you cast it? I'm assuming so, right?
He would definitely cast it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do this.
And a box would appear around his head. He would just be able to recognize that it's an illusion.
Yeah, it wouldn't do anything bad to him.
All right. So okay, I got you. That makes more sense.
Although he still wouldn't be able to see through it, even if he knows there's an illusion. I think.
No.
if he
makes
passes.
the save, the illusion doesn't happen.
Oh, okay.
You create a phantasmal object, creature, other. Okay, yeah.
On a
So
failed
I guess
save,
just nothing
All right,
happens.
so
It's
you
in
do
their
this.
head.
save, nothing happens.
So you do this. Meanwhile, I'm assuming Nox is still like peeking around the corner. I mean, well, you all are. I'm assuming, like peeking around the corner still. While
What happens after she casts?
I peek around the corner and then I wiggle my wand around.
Yep. So you peek around the corner,
magic words.
but he's sort of like all of a sudden after you do this, he looks around really quickly, and then he calls out. He says, "If you're there, don't do that again, or else I'll slit her throat. Your magics don't work on me." And now he's definitely aware of your presence, I would say. It failed, essentially.
I'm going to go up to... Who is... Matthew, you here?
No.
What?
He BRB'd.
You're muted if you're here.
No, he BRB'd.
he BRB'd.
Nox casts darkness on her shield.
Like 2 minutes ago.
Here.
Oh, okay. Hey, Matt.
I heard Casey say something, so.
I was going to say, I was going to hand you the kobold and try and invis in, but it seems like we were already darknessing in, so...
Yeah.
Never mind.
Nox casts darkness on her shield.
I guess I'm just going to, stay back here.
And
Now
then
I can't
she
see.
runs.
Now no one can see.
Nox can see.
She runs to put herself between.
He's standing right behind her, like with his longsword to her neck.
Okay, then she runs to hit him with her Morning Star.
Alright, and we're gonna have to roll initiative. And I will do a mop drop. Yeah, map drop in a second.
A mop trap.
Mop drag.
As I real quick look at some stuff. Hold on one second.
Wait, what is that initiative roll, sir?
5.15.
You rolled it with...
I absolutely hate you.
Striker mode.
Hold on one second.
Hold it with pie.
Alright, 1 second.
with the tiebreaker.
Striker.
You roll a 5 for everybody.
Yeah. God, I rolled.
If you don't know what 5.15 means, it means 5.15.
Means
All right,
5
we get it.
with a score of 15 decks.
I mean, technically, yeah. That's what it means.
Hold on a second.
Like mine would be 3.16.
13.
The more and more he messes with his macros and settings, the more I wish this was an IRL game. So I didn't have to look at any of this.
Like 100%. This is not a macro.
Whatever. I said settings too.
Hold on 1 second. I
Yeah.
have to. I just got to do my stuff now, and then it will be good to go. Yeah, you're correct.
It's kind of strange having Jack roll top of the initiative, and Troy at the bottom.
No, that's common practice for me. I had the highest initiative, or +2 initiative, and I rolled with advantage, but I was still at the bottom almost every single time. Because that's
Even
just
in
the
the
way
other
that the dice. Yep.
You talking about
The way the dice went.
last time, or?
No, like our other game.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Ranger.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Hold on.
I never rolled as bad as Jack, but I was still very low almost every time.
Okay. Hold on. If you guys want, we could take our first break, or our break now, or we could do that after this. I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. We'll do it after this then. That's fine. We are gonna make it a habit of actually having a break. Hold on. Okay.
Might as well as wait till the top of the hour, so then it's 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think one of our combat sessions is only going to take half an hour?
Depends on how many enemies there are.
I don't care how many
I mean,
enemies
we
there
could
are.
be done
It will
in-
take an hour every time.
That's probably true.
And lastly,
At least we have the excuse of a bunch of people got archetypes this level.
That's 100% fair.
So now it'll take even longer.
Like, I'm actually just going to completely forget that I have a different use for Bardic Inspiration for a good long time.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that didn't get their archetype this level.
Probably.
Because we don't have a druid.
Okay, hold on. I will mop trap. I'm just gonna say that. Mop trap.
What do Orlocks get at 3?
They did.
I know they get their stuff more spread out.
Let me just make sure it's not gonna like show everything all at once.
They choose their
Dynamic
pack.
lighting is enabled.
Alright. Since they get their patron right away,
Yeah.
wouldn't make sense if they didn't, but then they get packs later.
Okay.
Steam change.
It's probably why, like,
Wish list.
Warlock is a good option for really low-level play, since you're getting a lot of very important stuff strewn through the early levels.
Can you guys see everything?
The levels
I
that
can.
people
Okay.
actually play. Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta do the viewbot boy now. Hey, you don't get to move yet. Did I say you got to move?
I do
I gotta put down the ring of
respect
power.
not knowing like what my character would take for spells as well. Kind of missed that we didn't play through level 1, since I think the only things I really use so far have been healing.
There we go. It is showing up on the stream now. So
Save.
the one true ring of power is there.
Yeah. I see
So
that.
yeah, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm basically carrying another humanoid, so I have to move at like half speed.
And
I
so
don't trust that little boy to be set down.
if you guys would like, you can look back down the hallway from the way you guys came. You know, from the
Well,
other
how much does
direction.
he weigh?
He weighs 40 pounds, but I think the rules for carrying or dragging somebody is that you have half movement, so didn't matter so much before. Other than I'm probably real worn out, but now it
Alright.
kind of matters since we're in combat.
Alright,
and
so,
I'm not setting the boy down yet.
So let's see.
I thought it was only if you exceed your
Nah.
carry weight.
Dragging people around, it's always half the movement.
Okay.
So
So
the
literally carrying him like it's a football would be even worse.
So the with the darkness that was cast before initiative. I think this is the most fair way to say it. You cast that at that point. He sees the darkness, so he's aware. That's when initiative is rolled, and now you're gonna
And I see
take your
the
turn.
darkness.
Does that seem fair to you? Like, as that being the action? I don't think it. I think it'd be a little too much to say that you managed to do like a whole movement and attack against him as well.
Sure.
So, but you definitely get that darkness
I don't
off
know
as a
what the
free,
rules are
ambush action
for-
essentially. I don't know.
I don't know what the rules are exactly for 5e, but my earlier DMs have always ruled you can have one movement or you can have one action
Well,
during a surprise round.
yeah, but this isn't really a surprise round because once that spell is
He's not
cast,
surprised.
yeah, he knows that you're there.
He knew we were coming.
But yeah, until
He
that
knew as
point,
soon as
he
the box
wasn't.
showed up
It's
on
just
his head.
that the darkness going off triggered the initiative.
Yes, exactly.
for combat.
That's what triggers it. Is like once he sees the darkness, he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to fight.
Theoretically,
So
we could have all prepared an action that would have gone off when the darkness did, and then kind of get stuff before combat that way, but
Yeah.
we didn't.
But that's like
Yeah.
if we were a smart.
it's okay. I mean,
If I had been up there and not carrying a kobold, I would have probably
I mean,
just
if he
stealthed
had
up to the boy
higher
and put
than
a
13,
sword to him, but
So
doing it this way.
so let's see. Okay, so it is. Should move the map to the. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Hold on, let me fix the stream real quick.
Because this
yeah.
is important. How tall is the ceiling?
In the tunnel part where it's only 2 things wide, then it's not that tall. But in the in the cavern part, it looks to be at least like not too tall, but maybe 30 feet at the middle part, and then it sort of curves out from there.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Why is this? Okay, hold on. I gotta adjust the. I gotta adjust the stream.
I have a plan.
Do you really?
Yes.
Yeah, because your last one worked out.
You know what? I'm just gonna make this bigger so that it actually works better, anyways. Not that big though. Doesn't matter if it's in the
I have a
box.
question.
Yeah.
Would I know what this boy is?
The enemy.
I mean, so I'm gonna say like you guys are all able to tell that this thing is like goblin-looking-ish. You know, it's a goblinoid. You're able to tell because that'd probably be common enough knowledge what goblins look like.
How common are hobgoblins in your world? As
Hobgoblins.
opposed to the other goblinoids.
That is the main thing.
I'm also
So
pretty knowledgeable.
yes,
Because
if
if
you
they're as
guys,
common as goblins, they're more civilized generally, so they
yeah,
be
no.
known
If
quantity.
any of you want to roll history for that, you can.
Oh, I
certainly.
never saw that there was a hobgoblin.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
you
know if
have.
anyone
That's true.
said that it was a hobgoblin. I just suddenly know that we're in the dark.
That is
right now.
true. Yeah.
History, you said? Wow.
Okay.
Impressive.
That's gonna have to do for the stream for now.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. The
I just
clearly.
realized I was rolling as myself, not my character.
you can.
Yeah,
so,
totally.
so Elwyn is able to tell that this is a goblinoid, and it's not an actual goblin. Other than that, you don't know. Ulf, apparently from the part of the world that he's from, they don't have hobgoblins. He just thinks that this is some sort of goblin-looking thing. He doesn't have any idea beyond that. But it's hostile. Oh wait, you can't even see it yet. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. Once you see it, then the roll will be applied. It doesn't matter.
So you said this thing is like the size of a person?
I think so. I actually don't know the exact size, but I'm pretty sure they're like I know they're larger
Almost
than
freaking size
goblins.
medium.
Yeah, they're definitely
not.
medium. I just don't. Yeah, actually, average height 6'3" to 6'5", so they're actually taller than the average human. Not by much, but a good bit. So, yeah, and I mean, he is
big
It's
bag.
me.
he is wearing armor. That's in case that's relevant. He is wearing like some he's wearing some like it looks like male armor of some sort.
We're
Alright.
giving armor.
So he's not
And-
cross-dressing.
And he does he actually has a shield on his back that you guys can see, but he doesn't have it out right now.
It's not female armor.
Just yeah. Okay, so you cast the darkness, and then initiative is rolled. Now, Nox, it is your turn.
Okay, so Nox runs to here. And now, since he is inside the darkness, he can't see anything.
Okay.
Nice.
Nox then shouts and casts Eldritch Blast at him.
Mm-hmm.
And since she can see him, but he can't see her, she has advantage.
Okay.
Not that she needed it.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I think we are gonna say that he is gonna like as you're running in, he's gonna try to hit the lady's throat, slice the lady's throat open. He'll have to roll, I will say, and I'll give him the disadvantage. But I think he would have time to do that. Does that seem
So
fair?
are we back out of the darkness?
You guys
You
are
are
back out of the
all
darkness.
out of the darkness, yes.
Yeah.
we
So
are
the blob of
Evidence.
darkness is attacking
But-
whatever's over
You
there.
can see the aura around my character.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see nothing, but,
But yeah.
we can see that there is nothing that is moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna rule that he was ready and he did threaten that he was going to kill this lady.
Yeah,
if
he
moved
prepared
in.
an action.
So
Okay.
that will trigger now. With disadvantage though, I will give you.
Yeah, because he can't
disadvantage.
see all of his attacks. At disadvantage.
What is the AC of a natural person without any armor?
I think
10?
it's 10 plus their dex.
10 plus dex, and it's a human, let's say average, so 10.
Okay. So, so you do hear you can see it, Nox, but the rest of the
can
group,
see it.
yeah,
You're
the
right.
rest of the group though doesn't. They do hear a scream ring out as as when he comes in, or when you start moving in. Once the darkness has enveloped him, he's a little taken back. He does manage to slash the lady across the throat. It doesn't look like it's not like he decapitates her, but she falls to the ground and is bleeding out.
Rip.
Rip. Anyways, though, so
Not
let's
that I know that's happening yet.
get forward. But you guys all
Sort of
hear the
scream.
scream, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
But
Scream. What?
But Nox, you come in. The darkness envelops this dude, and he goes like, "Argh!" as this is happening, and you send out your Eldritch Blast, and it flies in and hits him, and he sort of reels back for a second, and no one else sees this but you do, and you do 5 damage.
Yeah.
Right? Sounds good. So, all right, is that all you do with your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, it is his turn, actually. And he actually does... he, with one hand, pulls from, like, his belt, from, like, underneath, like, a part of his armor. He pulls a horn and blows it real quick. And it lets out a loud noise that, you know, reverberates down the corridor. It's like, you know, and not a bell so much, but some, you know, like a loud horn sound that rings out. And he will then, let's see, he would then probably he'll pull out his shield and that's all he's gonna do. So that's what he does. However, at this point in time, you guys hear some noises from down the corridor behind you guys. It sounds like frantic, like yelling, like you know, like
that's not yelling.
It's like
laughing.
it's no, it's like
That was
war.
laughing.
It's almost like war cries. You hear like these, you know,
that
like
was laughing.
it's like
That
you know,
was definitely
Confirmed requiting Knowles.
it's a mixture of the two. You know, you hear like, you know, chattering of like these war cries. See, Alexis got scared by it,
Yes.
and that's what I wanted. Just to scare Alexis. And you also hear
Is a Fae Pier on this combat round?
the what?
Nothing.
And the you also hear what
Oh my
appears
god,
to be
why is your screen so dark, Poetry?
what? Oh, on the stream?
Yeah.
Because Stream Boy can't see much. And so I mean, I see everything on my computer. You know, it's the DM
Yeah,
computer. I don't know. I think it's showing everything that's relevant to the stream here. But you also hear, so you hear like this, you know, war cries going like, like, and like
You should put
a blood
in
frenzy
aura
almost.
around Nox that we can all see, so
Oh
we
yeah,
know
yeah.
we can.
I can make it. She has an aura. I just had to make it so you
I
can
have
She
see
can do it
it.
herself if she wants.
Hold on, I can make it.
Since
So
it's
I set an aura. I just don't
There
know
you
how to make you all see it.
I got it now.
You can't.
Oh, it's. I thought they always showed.
No, I can actually go through and like change it so it always
So
shows
if
afterwards.
I
But
do-
Your token has to show
actually,
white.
wait, hold on, Jack. I'll make it so I'll just change it now on the go because it's like pretty easy. But it
So
might.
nobody sees a random yellow aura now.
No.
Your token
That's
has
both
to show
disappointing, but
white.
also good. To
All right,
know
there you
for
go.
a
Now it
first
should
round.
always
But the
show your
DM
current aura. Yeah, I can see it. Anyway,
So
so,
if I did something like this,
oh
We
god,
can't see it.
no, please,
Matt
please
is
don't.
going to want to have an aura on since
Yeah,
he's going
I
to
actually already have it so that
occasionally
you guys
auras
can see
that
his
matter.
auras. I just forgot to do it with
Next level.
everyone else. So with
Yeah,
the,
you don't want to turn your own personal auras on so you can see where you should.
So you hear coming down the corridor,
That's
the
next
you know
level.
tunnel behind you guys, frenzied war cries, and you also hear what sounds to be like a snarl, like "Rawr!" like a almost like a large dog,
Roar.
like a large dog or a wolf or something. You know, you're not sure exactly, but it sounds like that type of animal, like a snarl, like a not a roar per se, but a snarl.
So where, like, from where we're kind of all standing, where is down the tunnel? Is it down this way? Or
Down
can
that
I
way
see?
is the way you
Yeah,
guys
that's where
came
we
from.
came
Yeah.
from up here.
Mhm.
Oh, so then the snarls would be somewhere down here. Then.
No, the snarls are up where we came
Oh,
from.
they're coming from.
They sound like they're coming from around this corner up here. Yeah, which you guys would come around. on
Yeah,
your way
basically
here.
we're surrounded.
Oh, gotcha.
We're stuck in here.
And the
Good thing you got the tanks on both ends. So
and the snarls don't sound like they're like about to be here though. They're a little ways away, but they're getting closer very, very rapidly. So yeah, let's go ahead and go to the next initiative, which is Anna.
All right.
So you guys all hear this. You know, it's pretty loud.
Anna looks to where where the scream came from, and then where the cries are coming from up the tunnel, and moves over to these two and casts heroism on them, telling them to go help. The name escapes me.
Nox.
There we go. No one has their names listed on anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell these two to go help Nox and cast heroism on both of them, which
The
gives
names
them.
are in the sheets, but it's inconvenient to actually go and look at that every time.
Alright.
Yeah. Anyway, you have 3 temporary HP at the start of each of my rounds, I believe, or is it your rounds?
I do not know.
I think I can cast it off the sheet here.
If you guys want to put that on your secondary bars, I'm going to make those visible to everyone now as well.
What?
Actually, I might have to change that. Hold on.
Equal to your spellcasting modifier at the start of each of its turns. So it's at the start of each of their turns. They'll get 3 temporary HP a turn.
Yeah.
Does it keep giving us temporary
No.
HP?
It cannot
Temporary
it
HP
does
does
it
not
every turn, so you'll always
Up
have
to
3 at
three,
the start
yeah.
of your turn.
Alright,
Whether
but
it's
if
taken
I
off
don't
or not,
take
you're
it-
set at 3.
It doesn't
Alright.
stick.
Yeah.
It basically
Alright.
means the first 3 damage you take is negated.
I added a bar
In a
for you
round.
guys.
That's still pretty good.
So
Yeah.
So that's what you do.
After I do that,
remember
I-
to grab the rough pack.
We'll head back towards my paladin friend and say, Ulf, well, I guess we have to handle this way. Pull out my rapier.
All right. And that's Anna's turn.
Yep.
Elowin,
Uh,
you were told to help out your help out Nox,
yeah.
but you can't see Nox or the.
All right, one second. Let me read what Magic Missile does.
Oh God.
I don't know if I have to see the target.
Well,
Oh shit, that
that's
could be a
a
problem.
good point because yeah,
A target of your choice you can see within range, so I can't use Magic Missile.
okay, yeah.
So at that point, I
Interestingly
guess
enough, we don't know where that darkness came from necessarily. If we were
It just
paying
like
attention
enveloped
me.
you guys. I
You
mean,
would have heard me cast magic.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
assuming you
yeah.
guys would have put it together, but it's kind of yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna shoot a firebolt into the darkness.
Oh God.
Where
Uh,
this,
As long as you understand how
So-
you
it
know where
works.
the
You know where he
You didn't
was.
see the hobgoblin.
Yes.
if
so
it hasn't moved,
so
you
you'd
just
have
shoot at where it
disadvantage,
was.
right?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
it's still-
shooting at where it was previously.
Yes. Yeah. No, I got
To
you.
the best of my knowledge, but I would have disadvantage.
Yeah. No, that's totally reasonable though. I think it makes sense.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah. So you so you send this bolt of fire flying into the darkness. It disappears into the sphere of black darkness. But a couple seconds later, or a split second later, you hear a cry out like "Urgh!" and you don't hear any bodies clinging to the ground or anything. Just a "Ugh!" And Nox, I guess you can see that he does get hit, but he's not
I
dead.
will use my bonus action to initiate Blade Song.
Okay, sounds good. Do you move at
So
all?
you hear me humming a soft tune.
All right. Do you move at
I'll
all?
be fine.
Either direction?
No.
You're good. Sounds good. Okay, so that brings us now to Ulf.
Yep, I'm, let's see here. I'm going to move down the hall a little bit. Only about there.
Okay.
And I'm going to have my shield and sword out, and I'm going to just ready myself for an action for anything that comes up to come or gets within range of my sword.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Sounds good. Anything that gets within range of your sword. Alright. And that's all you do on your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And that brings us last to Kass. What does he do?
Yeah, we're gonna come in. Boom.
I don't
And
think you still see him, but you do know where he was.
Definitely cannot see him.
Yeah. But you
Yeah,
can still make an attack with
definitely
disadvantage.
cannot see him. So I will attack with disadvantage.
Alright.
Actually, since he can't see you, it's just a normal attack.
Okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
don't think an 11 hits.
Unfortunately,
it cancels out
that makes sense completely, actually.
because technically he has advantage, and
Yeah.
well, yeah. Either way,
Yeah.
Has
No, I get
advantage
it.
and
Yeah.
It's
So,
So
the,
would mine have
the-
advantage and
the left.
disadvantage?
Yeah, it wouldn't make a difference in that case, though. For
no.
yours.
Well,
Oh, is it magic?
technically he
Is it different
couldn't
for magic,
see
though?
it coming in either.
Oh, is it different for magic? That makes sense, actually. Okay,
so yeah, actually, it would have canceled out. But
Yeah.
it's
So
anyway.
yeah, it wasn't a
Yeah,
crit
it
either,
did.
though. So, so
As long as we actually can figure out where this boy is, that's the issue.
So Kass, unfortunately, as you might imagine, an 11 does not hit.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
Okay, you got the double fisting. So that
no,
No,
this is
that's
not,
his bonus action.
Yeah, this
bonus
double
action.
fist is something I can do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got you. This is just bonus. Okay, so you
Yeah,
come in
double
with
fisting
your
a fairy is not the same.
you come in flying in with your fist. Unfortunately, that does not hit him. So.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Dean.
So you come swinging in though, and keep in mind I did say that he brought his shield out as part of his turn. But you swing in with your fists of fury, and unfortunately your fist of
Your
fury,
singular fist of fury.
and unfortunately
My
you do
singular
not
fisting.
hit. All right.
Okay, well,
Um.
can I move without provoking opportunity attacks since he
Yeah,
can't see
'cause he
me?
can't see you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to
There
be
we go.
able to see your target to do
Mm-hmm.
that.
All right. So you do that.
One important thing to know is this boy can't actually see which way is closest to get out of the darkness.
It's true.
Yeah, he has no idea what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So just like
well, he has more of an idea of what's going on than he would have with the box thing. So I'm glad that didn't work. But
You saw a
I can
roving
still
wall
do
of
the box
darkness
thing.
consume
God.
him.
It's true.
so that brings us back to the top of initiative with Nox.
So Nox will move in here
Ooh.
and hit him with Booming Blade, which means an attack with her Morning Star.
Okay. Nice.
She
Okay.
has advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it definitely hits. All right.
And then she yells at the Hobgoblin to come get her and backs away to here.
Well, so actually, you're not going to need to do that. Because
Oh.
so you swing in with your Morning
Never
Star.
mind.
Yeah, you're gonna swing in with your Morning Star. You come flying in with the Morning Star. You manage to hit him like right on the neck, and it just like it crumples him to the ground. And he like as he crumbles to the ground, he like mutters something like along the lines of like foolish humans, and then he just dies.
In that case, Nox yells to Kass to take care of the woman who's over here.
Right? Do you still have the darkness and everything?
You can dispel
So-
darkness if you want.
I know I can.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I
You certainly don't have to.
spell.
So
it's the I hate the party spell.
hey,
but
you don't
pretty
get to
much.
move yet, Kass.
It's pretty good too.
So
How's this woman look?
you didn't get
What?
to check that yet. The combat's not over. So.
Oh. I'll wait for my turn, then check.
Yes. No. So that's Nox's turn. So those noises in the hall are getting closer, and at this moment, you see figures popping out. Those of you who can see it, you see figures popping out from behind the corner. So let me figure out how much movement these things have, actually. Because I always forget stuff like that. Okay, makes sense. So you see coming around the corner this thing first, which is you guys all instantly recognize this to be a goblin. You don't have to roll anything. And he comes. He turns the corner, sees you, Ulf, and starts running like with renewed vigor. He's actually he's screaming at the top of his lungs. He's this is obviously the source of one of these frenzied war cries that you guys heard, and he has a vicious smile across his face. And so he will. So that was his first move that you saw there. But he's going to make another. He's going to use his action to move. Almost the rest of the way. He doesn't actually quite make it to you. Makes it all the way up to here, and then he has his scimitar out at this point. It might not even be a scimitar. It doesn't really matter, but it's some blade. And another one comes out from behind the corner.
Oh, these boys up here got some problems now.
Okay. And another one comes around the corner. I
suggest we just stay here.
Oh, whoops. Actually, this guy would have made it one more space. And another one comes around the corner. And he makes it to here. So, all these things come flying around the corner. But that's not all. The last, or, well, no, not even last, actually. Another thing comes around the corner. This thing, I'm going to have to describe for you, because this is not really a great representation of what it is. I mean, it's pretty good, but... This thing appears to be almost...
I think I just know what that is, because I've had DMs use that same token in the past.
He makes it all the way. This thing, you see it. It is. Let me describe it for you a little better. It looks sort of like a wolf or like a large dog, except it has. And this is what I mean. It's not really a good representation. It has black fur. It has red glowing eyes, and it has like a red glow coming from its mouth, as well.
The fuck?
It has a red glow coming from its mouth. And and almost like you can actually kind of see like it's sort of the its chest area, like right underneath like its neck leading down into its stomach. You know how dogs are like that. The chest right there where it puffs out a little bit in the front. It almost is glowing red there as well. Like it's almost like when you put like a flashlight up to your skin and you can see the light through it, like on your hand. You ever do that? It looks sort of like that. Like, you ever put like a flashlight up to your hand and you can see the light shining through it because your skin isn't completely opaque?
No.
All right, well, it's like
Do
that.
that right now.
I don't have a flashlight.
Do you have a phone?
No.
Hey, Ghost Rider, that I would love to talk about that, but I can't do that right now. Maybe in a bit.
Do you have a monitor?
Do I have a monitor?
Yes, I have a monitor right now.
Put your finger up to the brightest part of your monitor.
I don't think monitors are bright enough.
Yeah, I don't think
Silhouette.
it's bright enough. Yeah, but anyways,
monitor is bright enough.
just imagine that it's like you can sort of see a glow coming through his skin a little bit, a reddish glow.
Okay, he's a glow boy.
He's sort of, but not his whole body, just that part. He's going to make it all the way up to where he is currently.
Swallowed a glow stick.
And then he's going to sort of like step back, like he's bracing himself. And then he's going to open his mouth, and out of his mouth comes flying a cone of fire right at Ulfgrush. Sorry.
I don't think these are the.
No, they're not.
These are what I was talking
They're
about.
not what you're thinking about, I don't think. I'm sorry. But so it breathes, it actually exhales a cone of fire that extends and reaches Ulfgrush. So Ulfgrush, I'm going to need you to make for me a dexterity saving throw. But yeah, Ghost Rider, after the D&D part of the stream, I might actually do like a different stream thing, like I might keep streaming, so I can definitely talk to you then about that. I would love to. So yeah, so unfortunately for you, you do not manage to make it out of the way of this fire. The cone of fire actually isn't. It's not like a out of character. It's not like a big dragon cone. Like, it's not huge. It actually only extends 15 feet or so. But it's not even like, it doesn't even look like it'd be that hard to dodge. But Ulf was not expecting this. this thing just came out of nowhere, flying around the corner, and then breathed fire at him, you know. So you're going to take for me... Oh my god. You're going to take for me 24 damage. Jesus.
I swear you have a vendetta against me.
Well, it just happens...
rolled a 3 on a dex.
Yeah, and it just happens that you're like the... I can't tell you what the DC is, but the DC is not even that hard, I promise. And so it's I think it's pretty balanced. For what this thing is. So unfortunately you're gonna take 24 damage. And none of the the goblins, they all actually have on their backs, they have bows, but none of them are using it. They are way too war frenzied to be like, you know, thinking smart right now, at least it seems. And that's not all though. There's one last thing coming around the corner, and it is
another one.
It is a
What the fuck is that?
It is a
It's another one of the boys down here.
It is the same thing as what the rest of the group has fought. You in character would not know this, but it is a hobgoblin as well.
Oh,
just so I don't have to describe it again.
Well, actually, this is the first of them I've seen. Would I know a hobgoblin when I see one?
I mean, do you want to roll the history check for me?
History.
History.
Whoops.
God, these rolls
are
killing me.
So Anna would know this is a hobgoblin, because she has, you know, traveled around quite a bit, and there exist hobgoblins in. Wait, who actually did someone ever? What was the highest roll earlier? I think
it was me with a 9.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Was that the highest earlier?
I think that.
Yeah.
Maybe
you didn't have to roll. You just knew what they were.
Yeah, that's right. I guess the other thing is I would say that
I just didn't.
Yeah, so Anna knows that these things are actually not in the whole kingdom overall. They're not super common, actually. But in this part of the kingdom, it's rumored that there exist more of these, of hobgoblins and stuff. And Nox would actually probably know that, too. I think that's what I forgot to mention earlier. But, because you guys had asked, like, how common are they? So, it will move up to here. It does have a bow out as it is coming around the corner, a bow at the ready, and it will shoot its bow at Ulf here.
Yeah, figures.
You're the most logical target.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. You're blocking the way. You're big orc, you know. They're
big old orc.
Okay, lucky for you, this guy has terrible aim. So he shoots this arrow, and it like flies and almost hits the foot of one of his goblin buddies. And meanwhile, I would say, so these are, I kind of move these sequentially, but they are all coming around the corner at the same time. They are they're all moving in tandem with each other, you know. And he's barking out commands at them the whole time, sort of ordering them. You go here, you go there. Zoom out. Oh yeah, I gotta show this part now. Okay, hold on. Yeah, let me do that on this for the stream.
Yeah, wow.
Oh god.
Just not even letting them see.
Well, actually, they can't see everything, but I can move the view thing so that it is in a more apt location. Oh, but there you can't. Darn it.
That's too much zoom out.
I know.
Oh my god.
There we go. That's decent enough, I think. Well, no, but here now I can't see. Hold on.
Just make another one.
No, it's good.
Another one.
Or that works too.
Another one. I could make another one.
And
actually,
whatnot.
Right. I didn't even think about that. And whatnot. Flarnot. There we go. That's good enough, I suppose. Yeah, I want this to be good so that you guys can it shows up on the stream well. There, and I can make it bigger. Okay, yeah, that's better. So, you guys all so you see, so Ulf, this arrow comes flying in. Meanwhile, the hobgoblin is barking out commands to the goblins, and like the, dog, wolf, whatever thing is it's charging in. It doesn't look like it's not paying any attention to the goblins around it or the hobgoblin at this point. It doesn't look like they're really trying to control it at all either. So, that brings us now to Anna. You see all this go down.
Shit. Anna sets the kobold down, looks in the eye, says, "Tell the others what you've seen here," and points around the corner and tells it to go running off that way.
Its eyes look like I actually see a little bit of fear in its eyes.
A little bit of cutout there.
Oh yeah, you see a little bit of fear in its eyes, similar to like when you guys had been interrogating it. You know, it looks at it has the same look of like, oh god. And it will start running that way. It'll run around since it doesn't didn't roll initiative or anything. We'll just say it runs around the corner right now.
Have it take its turn on my turn and then after my turn or whatever.
Yeah. So it'll do that. Comes
right.
around the corner.
Now that my hands are free, I'm going to pull out my rapier and I'm gonna do something.
Just put me out of my misery now.
Alright, well. Scratch that. Okay, we're gonna come up here. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on my friend who is horribly, horribly burned.
yeah.
Okay.
He's not looking too hot.
Second level. Boop. That'll be a 14 healing.
Yeah, nice. Good.
I'm gonna back away. Rapier out and hope that I don't get murdered.
Let
in
him
a second.
take the damage. Yeah, so the
I'm also going to start yelling, "We need some help!"
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. Yeah, and so meanwhile, at the end of your turn, the kobold, while you're doing this, the kobold runs around the corner into the cavern here towards Nox. It actually runs into the darkness and then gets confused for a second. Nox can see this. It is looking around, but in any case, it does yell out, and it's like it says human chick says that they're to tell you that there's goblins, more goblins and other things. He's very clearly, nervous. And right. but you are warned, Nox and Kass.
All right.
Okay. So that brings us now to Elwyn. What does Elwyn do in this situation?
Let's see.
Read
All right.
books.
I'm going to run over here.
Yep.
And by run, I mean walk normally.
Mm-hmm. Because you have blades on.
And yeah, because I'm blading, or I blade
power walk.
so I have more movement.
Yep, sounds good. So you're standing next to Ulf. You're facing on the enemy.
Yes. And this boy, the wolf boy,
Yeah.
he's getting magic missiled
Okay, sounds good.
as a level 2 spell.
Okay. Alright, sounds good. So
he takes 12 damage.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so you send your magic missile flying in. It sort of hits him on the neck, and he growls. He goes but he is certainly not dead. But he is hurt a good bit, it does seem. And let me make sure I'm doing this right. Oh, I almost did my math wrong. There we go. Cool. So he gets hurt a good bit. He still doesn't look like he's really that weak, though.
All right.
And do you do anything else?
No.
All right.
I'm
So
gonna make a red bar, and that's gonna be my blade song.
all right, sounds good. Ulf, what you gonna do, buddy?
Someone hit you? What?
No.
Oh, thought you said Ulf.
Ulf.
Said Ulf. Your name, boy.
Yeah.
So, do channel divinities take my action?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad
Well,
you could answer that.
some of them take your action. Some of them take your action.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It will say-
I know. Some of them say like, oh,
Some of
this
them
is
you
a
can use your
reaction.
Put it
Some
in
of them-
chat it,
right.
so we can read it.
Yeah, which one is it?
I was gonna look at that one. Is the one I was looking at.
As an
As an
action.
action.
That one uses your action.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. As an action. Okay. Well, that's why I've got this aura around me.
Let's see.
So,
It's an action you can cast. A
um,
creature.
Let's see here. I'm trying to. I gotta reread this thing.
So you could restrain the wolf boy or the front goblin.
Yeah, if I use that. But I'm going to do something different, probably. Duration. What is this? This isn't an action. Yeah, I don't think.
Also
this is
worth
an
noting,
action.
if you cast a actual spell with a bonus action, you can't cast a normal spell as an action in the same turn.
That's what I'm thinking
I don't know
with
what
this
spells you took.
one. This one is. Oh shoot. It's not what I meant to click on.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's just like a special spell melee attack.
It's a bonus action that
yeah.
lasts for a minute. Next time you hit
Oh
something.
yeah, it
that
lets
minute.
you then smack with extra damage or whatever.
Yeah, but they have to make a save or whatever. So I'm gonna attack Wolf Boy with my sword.
Okay, sounds
and
good.
use Thunderous Smite at the same time.
Okay, go ahead and
There's my both
alright.
of my rolls.
Yep, and
Sure.
yeah, I
And
see the
then,
thunders.
he needs to.
So first of all, he just takes the damage, just 2d6.
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
the damage is
So it
already
takes
there.
the
so
weapon
he
damage plus
takes
the 2d6.
20 damage. Nice. Okay.
And then he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Or get blasted back.
What is your charisma?
Yeah, what's your spell
Uh,
save DC?
12.
So
It needs to
So
be a
it's
12.
like
okay, there you go.
Okay. Okay, so
8
he
plus 2 plus 2. Yeah, that makes
so it does not pass. I got an 11.
Okay, so it gets pushed back 10 feet.
All right,
and it is prone.
and is
Yeah,
prone.
and it's prone.
Okay.
Consume half movement to get back up.
Yep, sounds good. So it gets knocked back 10 feet, and it like sort of whimpers like a dog does, but immediately starts growling again when it gets up. It hasn't got up yet, obviously, but you know, just it will growl. Anyways,
Don't be so sure.
oh yeah, you're right. But it whimpers as it gets thrown. Is that all you do? It is not dead, though. I will say I should have mentioned that first, but it's not dead.
All right.
All right.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
I don't
Sounds
have
good.
anything else I can do, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
You can move a little bit more, but that's about it.
Yeah, I don't think I can do lay on hands on me.
Okay. So,
So
Kass,
Yeah, that's a cost in action.
what's going on with you, Kass?
I mean, I heard the call for help.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just like,
Blindly run back towards the sound.
yeah, I'm gonna come back towards the sound that I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you see around the corner from there?
Is that
Yes.
Okay.
is that your normal movement plus your action movement?
No.
Just your normal movement?
So there's 50,
Yeah, that wasn't even all of it.
Yeah.
And I
55.
think you can spend a key point
60.
if you want to dash.
Yeah. I can also do that if I wanted. Don't think I'm going to.
Okay. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. See, that's the question.
Dodge action.
Yeah. We're gonna. Just gonna.
You wave your spear at him threateningly from a distance.
Yeah,
I guess you could throw your
Oh.
spear at them.
gonna throw a dagger. I guess. Can. Oh, there you go. Boom.
Okay. So you're throwing the
I
kunai.
think you rolled high twice, since that would be disadvantage.
You're throwing at the
Yeah.
goblin there. Okay.
Yeah, that's disadvantage.
Okay, yeah. You,
So 20 instead of
right.
21.
So you throw at him, but that does hit. Obviously.
I'd be
goblins-
worried.
Yeah, that'd be really bad. It'd be the
Random goblin.
yeah.
Stronger than the hog.
Over 20 AC.
No, so yeah, so the this does come in and it hits him. Alright. And it will do 4 damage to him.
Average damage.
So it comes
go,
flying
nice.
in and it manages to hit him in like the shoulder and he like starts bleeding profusely, but he's like ah! He's not dead yet.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
That's me.
And now it's back up to Nox.
Nox turns to look at the bleeding woman and then
Oh god.
runs. And
You
then
did
runs back
you
up.
did actually abandon the bleeding woman. I forgot. Oh my god, that's right.
She runs to here.
Like, whatever.
No, I mean I'm not judging you.
If you're worried about it in character, you can send my character back.
And then to here.
Okay.
The roving darkness is coming.
This is the first time Nox has been able to see
Oh
this,
yeah.
right?
So everyone around the corner who's looking down this hallway suddenly sees that it's swallowed in darkness.
Yeah.
Good
Including
thing
me.
Bird Boy went first.
Yeah, you guys all glance back and see this darkness just envelop Cass again. That's fun.
And then she casts an Eldritch Blast at the baddest thing that she can see, which is probably the dog on the...
Yep.
Well, no.
Well, I don't know.
Because it looks hard to hit, because it's kind of a small target right now. So,
And also behind 2 people.
Well, wait,
mostly
does
that it's on the
three.
ground.
is prone
In alive.
does prone give the disadvantage as well though?
Prone would give disadvantage to ranged attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Theoretically, we could all just like hit the fucking dirt to try and avoid ranged attacks if we want.
Yeah.
So she sends one at the
The
hobgoblin.
hobgoblin, gotcha. Yeah. I mean,
He
that makes
does not
sense.
have advantage because he can see.
All right. Yeah.
Where's the button? There it is.
Okay. And that does hit. So you know that their AC is 18 now, just to save you from having to wonder. But so that does hit. The Eldritch Blast comes flying in. You know, he's probably pretty scared by it because it just comes flying out of this dark orb. In fact, some of the goblins, just as for flavor, some of the goblins actually probably start to maybe one of them actually shrieks a little bit before going back to war cries because it sees this this black sphere come around the corner like you had described. He doesn't flinch, but then this blast comes flying in out of the darkness, and he tries to sidestep, but it comes flying in and hits him in the gut. He is not dead. But he is certainly looking pretty weakened by this. He actually staggers to the ground for a second, pushes himself up. Okay. Do you do anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. So now it's their turns. Okay. So first off, the Goblin Boys are gonna go. This, let's see. I'm trying to roleplay as the goblins. So, this one will actually keep running all the way towards Anna, because it actually just got hit by Kass. It looks like it's trying to make its way towards Kass, but it will stop at Anna. That will provoke an attack if you wish to take it. Ulf,
You gonna
Matt?
attack, man?
And me.
No,
Nah,
you're still in
within your
range,
zone.
so no.
Oh, yeah.
Only Ulf.
I forgot. I was
What?
thinking
Do you-
3.5
Do
rules.
Do you want to smack
Yeah.
this goblin in the ass when he ran by?
Yeah.
All right, do so. Go ahead and make your attack. Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit. So he does make it through, and then he stops at Anna, and will slash at you.
Oh no.
Oh no! Yeah. Whatever will you do when goblins
tried.
attack? So it's gonna come in, and it does not hit. I don't even need to know your AC.
Doesn't hit a 14.
It does not hit a 14. No.
Jesus.
It comes-
He did so bad.
He comes flying in and swings at you, and unfortunately does not hit. So that's him. The next one will actually move in all the way up to here, at which point it'll turn and try to hit Elohim. So,
Alright, good luck.
What's your AC?
18.
18, okay. So he does not hit. He actually swings, and it gets a little close, actually. But he does not hit.
Blade singing is really nice.
Yeah, the other two goblins will also move in, and they're both going to target Ulf.
Of course.
And so you're going to take 2 attacks here. What's your AC?
Might have to lay hands on yourself.
18.
18. Okay, one of them does hit. So you're going to take for me only 3 damage. Right?
Ain't bad.
Yeah, so one of them comes in and hits you for 3 damage. The other one swings and misses pretty badly. However, now it is the doggo's turn. It will get up first. So it gets up, which that spends half its movement, right?
Yep.
All right. Luckily, it doesn't need too much. It will move forward, and with no regard as to the lives of its friends, it's going to breathe fire again.
Alright.
Which will hit 2 of the goblins, the one right in front of it, and
The one by me.
the one by you. But it also hit both of you.
Yeah.
But it's it's an animal. It doesn't really care. It
Unlucky.
does not care for the lives of its companions. So I'm going to need you guys to make your dexterity saving throws for me. Yeah, I'm on.
Bam.
Ooh.
All of us?
You.
Just you and Elowen.
You're dead center. Ooh. That
Okay.
should be a save.
So it comes in. It comes flying in here. Oh my god. So it is going to do 2. Ulf, you're going to take half damage. Ulf, you're going to take 10. So Elowen, you're going to take 20.
As my reaction, I'm going to cast Absorb Element.
Okay.
And remember, before you take the damage, to reduce it by take your 3 temper HP off.
Yeah.
What does that do? Does it?
I take half damage.
Oh, it's the resistance.
And
Okay.
you also get to do a D6 fire damage next melee swing.
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
use it next turn.
That's cool. So you only take 5 damage?
10.
All right. Oh, 10 damage. Yeah.
10 minus 3, so 7.
So 7.
Yep. So you take 7 damage and lose your temper HP for now.
Till her next turn.
Yep. All right. Sounds good.
Absorb Element is so good.
So it does
At
that.
least early.
It does that. It breathes fire on you guys. I actually haven't done the goblins yet. I haven't done them.
Toasty boys.
They actually both make their saves. So, but it doesn't matter because they're goblins. So it comes in. I forgot about that aspect of them only having 7 HP. So it comes in and it breathes fire. Both of them try to dodge out of the way. It looks like they do a good job, but they both get caught with the bottom halves of their bodies as they try to dive out of the way, and then just fall to the ground writhing in pain before going still a couple seconds later. So both of those goblins die from that. And this creature doesn't look like it cares. It just roars some more, goes roar. So yeah, that's what that thing does. However, there is one last thing. The hobgoblin. Which will at this point it'll actually yell out to you guys before taking its turn, but it'll say, "We only want the magic users." And he says, give us them, and you can go. The rest of you can go. And then it
Aren't we all magic users?
Yeah, this is actually all of us except
The
for
monk isn't.
Well, depends on your perspective.
it's just in my perspective, the Jedi
but-
are evil. I'm just kidding. So he
uses natural magic that isn't druidcraft.
Yeah.
It's all based on inner strength.
I mean, I know that, but
so he will then, after saying
They
this,
don't actually cast magic.
he shouts this out, but then he will use his bow that he's still holding and send it flying in at Ulf.
Rip.
Okay. And also misses again.
Oh my god.
So
this
you
boy
don't
is-
get hit, Ulf. What in the world, Ghost Rider? That is really weird. I just looked over at chat and saw that line that he put. Alright, anyways. So he shoots his longbow, but he misses Ulf. Not by too much, but it's not very close either. And now it's to Anna's turn.
Alright. Anna's going to yell, "What happened to the woman back there?" Sadly, no one can respond, but... and then I'm going to attack the goblin in front of me with a rapier. Hopefully.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Rip. So you come swinging at the goblin, and unfortunately you don't hit. Hey, at least I just thought something. At least you're not playing Ivor, else he would have been scarred by that fire thing.
Yeah, I'd be very upset, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I asked about the woman and very poorly swung at the goblin, and that'll be my turn.
All right, sounds good. So you unfortunately you do miss. Element.
I am going to move like that.
Okay, that will provoke an attack.
An attack from this guy, yes.
Yeah, just one though.
You got your 3 HP back, so.
I forgot about that.
What's your
You
AC
never took it
again?
off,
Sorry, I know I just asked.
18.
18. All right. It does hit actually.
All right.
And will do 7 damage. Wow, this goblin
So
is
4.
good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would actually be damn near down by now.
Yeah, without this and the other spell though, like without this and the spell.
I would have been down almost instantly from just his fire breath.
Yeah. So yeah, so you're gonna take 7 damage there, or 4 once you take that away. But but now you know what are you gonna do? Sorry. What is your action?
I am going to cast Booming Blade and hit this ward.
All right.
Or not this ward. This doggo that I thought was a ward.
Yeah.
But now I'm not so sure.
He's
Might
not
as
a
well
ward.
attempt the extra fire damage as well.
Yeah. I'm not going to attempt it on the ward.
I think you have to use it on your next attack. I don't remember the wording on Absorb Elements.
Let's see. It's scroll
So
up.
it has to be on your next attack.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the first time you hit with a melee attack on your next turn.
Then-
Next turn.
I am not going to hit the doggo. I'm going to hit Goblo.
Okay.
Goblin.
Goblo.
And it's just going to be... Yeah, I'll do Booming Blade on him too.
Okay.
Might as well.
But in that case, I'd have only moved there.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. No, that's fine.
And here's my attack. Wow.
You don't have advantage, right?
No.
Okay. So
Fire
unfortunately,
damage fizzles, booming blade
Yeah.
fizzles.
Actually, we
rip.
are both within range.
no, that's not the darkness sphere thing. That's
No, I know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're both... Like,
That blue aura is actually nothing,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
But
For now.
All right.
but yeah. So that does not hit, unfortunately. All right. Do you do anything else?
Do you have any bonus actions that you can do?
I do, but I don't think any of them would be useful.
There you go.
I'm just gonna stay here.
All right. So Matt, it is up to you now. What are you gonna do? You just got burned a bit more, and the 2 goblins next to you got killed, and there's another goblin.
Actually, I have a better idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move down here like that.
Oh God. Okay, getting even closer. Yeah, sounds good. No, I like it.
But that doesn't provoke attacks.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. All right. So Ulf, what are you gonna do now? You're kind of hurting a bit, aren't you, buddy?
No.
Hopefully you give yourself a little hands.
I like how the wizard is like behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
You get a little temp HP and it all goes to your head.
Well,
Alright.
I'm also a melee wizard that has 18 AC.
Yeah. So.
You still got the wizard hit dice.
Speaking of which, I need to lower my blade song by 1.
Okay. That's the smart way to do that. Use the bar as just like you would with a using a dice as a counter normally or something.
Oh wait, I need to get rid of my one of my spell slots. How's Wolf Boy looking at the moment?
Wolf Boy is looking pretty hurt. He's bleeding quite profusely, and he's sort of like panting, but he is still fighting. You know, doesn't look like he cares to run or anything like that.
My lay on hands, all of it, to get back 15 points of health.
Okay, is that an action or a bonus action?
It's an action.
It's an action. Okay. And then I'll just
If you want,
ready
you can
myself.
You can move on a couple of tiles if you wanted, or
Yeah, it would. No, it would initiate attack from that boy.
if you move up or forward, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
If you
can
want
move forward if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, if I was going to move, I'd probably want to move there,
Okay.
if anything, but I'm not.
You're gonna park it.
Essentially,
Oh, sounds good.
I've got a good defensive position. It hasn't
Yeah,
done me too much wrong yet.
you just been tanking all this damage. Yeah, no, that's just that's good.
Doing my job.
Yep.
I can't remember. Did Kass witness this thing breathing fucking fire?
The
Or
No.
developing,
Oh no,
getting enveloped in
you're right.
darkness
Actually,
again?
it hasn't
No.
seen the fire. But I mean, you know, when it's Cass's turn
Burned
here in a
goblins
second.
bodies.
You would have heard it.
Yeah, and also it's your turn now, Cass. And assuming you move forward, which you kind of have to be effective, then you're going to see the burnt bodies. So, yeah. So it's Cass's turn now.
Also, would you respond to what I yelled earlier?
Oh yeah, would anyone or I guess Ulfgrush
On their
well,
turns,
but-
they have to, if they want to.
What was said? I forgot.
Yeah.
I basically yelled back, "What happened to the woman?"
Oh.
I don't know.
Is she there?
So informative.
I mean, to be honest, by the time I moved in, she was very covered in darkness, and then there was the split second where she wasn't, but then like I instantly moved out of the so
Yeah, that's
So
lovely.
basically, I don't know, running up to
like the only thing that I know is she was there.
Yeah. All right. So what are you gonna do?
Alright, I'm gonna move up here.
Yep.
I'm gonna first go in with spear.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah. So you definitely hit with that. You know, come
Boom.
flying in with the spear. Is it one-handed?
Two-handed.
Okay, I assumed it was. But
Yeah.
actually, it doesn't matter. So you come in. You come flying in, and this is the boy you'd hit before, actually. So you come flying in with your spear and thrust in, and you manage to basically impale him through the stomach on it. He like looks down and then squeals in like pain and anger before like you pull your spear out, and then he slumps to the ground. All right. Then I'm assuming there's probably gonna be more. You have a lot of movement left, right?
I do have a bit of movement left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I get my extra attack yet. My bonus action attack.
You can just always use your bonus action attack if you're able to attack something.
Do you have to like?
Okay.
I don't
if
think it
you-
has to be. It doesn't have to be on the same target, as far as I know.
Well, I think it says it is just immediately after,
Oh,
or
well, let me
I
look.
think if you take the attack action, you're able to use the bonus action fist attack. I don't know if it says immediately.
I will look.
It
real
might,
quick.
and even if it does, is it flavor text or is it
no,
actual
no,
rules?
It's flurry of blows that
Flurry of blows,
immediately
you
after
say.
you take the attack action.
After.
I think
After you
it's part
take
of your
the-
martial arts. You can always punch as a bonus action,
Yeah.
whether you've attacked or not. I think you can use
Yeah,
your
yeah,
action
yeah,
for
you're
anything
right.
and still punch once
Yep.
at least.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So you totally could do that. Mm-hmm.
All right, so, oops, how far away is this boy? Next to 15.
And you've only
Alright.
moved like 15, right? Yeah. So you.
Easy.
So we're gonna move up here,
All right. Sounds good.
and then, boom,
All right.
boom.
Okay, that does. Yeah, I mean that hits. He's not dead, but he's certainly hurting. You know, their goblins are pretty, skinny
Sadly, I don't
creatures.
think you could have killed him with a fist. Unless he was in-
No, yeah.
I wouldn't then. be able to use my flurry of blows, right? Because
No, you already used your bonus action to do a
Yeah,
normal attack, and
yeah.
they're both using bonus action.
okay.
Yeah. All right, so
I think
that's
all of your key point abilities use the bonus action as well.
so that brings us back to
And then we're gonna move back. So he can
it's-
attack me if he wants.
Yeah,
but-
he will definitely. He hasn't used one on anyone else since his last turn, right? No. Okay, no, only the other one did that. Is now dead. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he will definitely try to attack you. It does not hit. He misses pretty badly. All right, and now it is Nox's turn.
All right.
Would you illuminate what happened to the woman?
Nox would respond to Anna, saying that she had been hurt, but didn't seem like she was dead.
Alright, that's all I need to know.
And then she would cast another Eldritch Blast at the man in the back.
Okay. Nice.
Deal 8 force damage.
Yeah. So you send your bolt flying in. It comes flying out of the darkness again. This guy is kind of he's kind of expecting now, but he's not able to get out of the way. Your bolt, your Eldritch Blast is right on target. It comes in and hits him right between the eyes, and he actually falls to the ground, dead, without even uttering anything, without saying a word.
Nice.
Fucking rip.
Yeah, he has a big X because their hitboxes are weird. But yeah, so you send this bolt or blast flying in, and it hits him, and he collapses to the ground. The one remaining goblin actually looks back and looks a bit worried by this. The doggo thing doesn't seem like it cares. But in any case, is that all you do?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's the bad guys' turns. They will. So let's see. The goblin will go. He's going to. He's actually going to focus on Ulf. He's going to attack at Ulf. And Ulf, what's your AC? Sorry, Matt.
18.
18. Okay, that makes sense. That's right. I think I knew that actually. He swings in, but does not hit you. So the let's see. Quick question. You can move through friendly creatures as difficult terrain, right? I'm trying to remember.
Is there a size difference between these creatures as well?
No. Wait, actually, is there? Oh, there is. Yeah, one's small, one is a medium. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, if they're only one size different, it's difficult terrain to move through.
It has to be like 2 or more.
Friendly.
Alright, well, so he is going to, this boy, this,
No, can you move through friendly? Just
It
normally?
might not.
It might be
just
like
friendly.
through.
it might be hostile.
I
as a
think
Dell,
it's
don't
difficult
remember.
terrain if they're 2 sizes larger and hostile.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
okay.
It's.
Well, that doesn't really matter too much. So he
You can just decide one or the other for now.
Yeah, he will use his. So the goblin will use his bonus action to disengage, and will then run away. We'll say I don't know. We'll say he only gets half movement because I don't think it really matters too much.
Just find the puppy.
But yeah, so he uses disengage, so no attacks are provoked, and he actually starts to run, like he's like facing the other way, running. Now it's the pupper's turn. The pupper is let's see.
That's not a pupper.
Just a big
It's a
pupper.
big pupper. Oh
big
my
doggo.
god, I'm so lucky.
It's not even a doggo.
All right, so he's going to like
Could be a doggo.
quickly like
A hell doggo.
he's gonna sort of like quickly spin around in the limited space he has in this tunnel, reposition himself to be here, next to Elwyn, and he's gonna breathe fire.
Wouldn't this guy provoke an attack of opportunity from him?
He disengaged with a bonus action.
Alright. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
No, it's okay. So the thingy, the doggo, will reposition himself to be here, and he's gonna breathe fire again.
Alright.
Alright,
I am
so-
going to cast my thing again.
Alright, yeah. Well, first make your dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay, and Ulf as well.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are just getting fired up. Oh,
Wait,
no.
why Ulf?
Because it's 15-foot cone, so spreading out. Even if yeah.
Yeah, that's not Ulf. That's Kass.
No, that's Ulf.
No, I'm.
Cass is
Cass
back.
is
Cass is
here.
back
Kass.
in shadow.
I think you're going crazy.
Kass is right here.
Yeah,
We're aware.
that's why I'm saying Ulf is the one getting hit. Are you okay?
You
No,
feeling
I'm
alright,
just
bud?
kidding. Under less than Drake.
I think Drag just had a stroke or something.
No.
So,
I will post in the Discord right now.
is yours bugged? Oh my god, yours is. That's weird.
Excuse me, what is? Why is that?
That is
That is not even
actually-
close.
That is really
Yeah,
weird.
that's-
Try refreshing actually, because
That is
That is
completely
important.
inaccurate.
Because
that's
Not
weird.
on-
That's how it was.
No, you just
Or
didn't
something.
take my last.
Actually, it
input.
hasn't been that way in a while because I'm
yeah, you know
not
what?
next to.
That's really
well, I
weird.
also
I think Poetry's
I'm-
icons are accurate, but no one else's have been accurately moved.
Alright, I've refreshed and I can see things correctly.
Okay, yeah. Actually, everyone refresh because that is really strange. I don't think it'll actually matter.
I'm
I don't
good
think it
right
has
now.
mattered.
No, mine,
Mine's been
mine
a
looks
pro- mine's-
exactly
mine's been
like
fine.
mine looks exactly like poetry's.
Oh, yeah. The stream is correct.
Yeah, I'm
so
fine.
use that as the basis, I guess. But no, that's really strange though. But no. So Ulf will, but that makes sense. So you didn't have a stroke. It's just your computer or your internet or roll 20.
No, I think
something.
No,
I
it's
think
roll
perhaps
20.
you did.
Yeah, roll 20.
I think
yeah.
perhaps you did have a stroke still.
Yeah. So
I
the,
very well might have.
So you're going to take. So you're going to take half damage, which is going to be halved again. So so first off, the full damage, which Ulf will take, is going to be 15. So that becomes 7 for Elwyn, and then it becomes 3. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty powerful combo. So basically, you
Is
actually.
that 3 before or after the?
I don't have the HP right now.
Okay.
Was
Was it already soaked up from something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got hit by
Oh
an
yeah,
attack
the
opportunity.
attack opportunity for that boy. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh
Alright.
yeah.
So you guys take that damage, and then but that is all that he is able to do, except let's see, at this point he will turn and start to run like a coward doggo.
Oh my god, NPCs that have a sense of self-preservation.
Yeah.
NPCs that understand that they are mortal.
Yeah. So he will start to run.
Thunk it.
Of course, this
I'm
will.
gonna take an attack
Yeah,
opportunity.
it will. So go ahead and do
Actually,
that.
I can't. I just used my reaction.
Oh, yeah.
True.
You're right. So he goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Tail
30,
first.
35. He has 50 feet of movement. 35, 40. You see his tail disappear. 45, 50. All right. So he's running the other way. And,
I didn't even know that was the direction.
yeah, around the
didn't
corner
I
that
didn't
way.
either.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense with the way the lighting's set up.
Yeah, we did
So-
also just appear in the tunnel, so we didn't necessarily
Yeah, we
know
didn't
where the
actually walk
entrance
in.
was.
Yeah.
I figured this was the end of the tunnel.
I thought
No.
that
Me too.
I thought the hole in the tunnel was like up here, past
No,
this corner initially.
No, it's down to the
Because
below.
I saw these blocks
Yeah.
over here, but I didn't see
I
this
should have
pathway
described that.
down.
I think I described it when they came out from around the corner, maybe, but I
Yeah,
didn't do a good job.
we watched
Sorry.
we watched Harry Potter Wolf go into the wall. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Well, no. So, anyways, that is what they do. Anna, it is your turn.
Well, I'm going to go as far back as I can towards the injured woman, probably smacking directly into Nox unless she puts arms out to stop me.
That's funny.
No, she would have just dropped the spell.
Okay, yeah. So spells drop.
Anyway, if we're out of initiative, I'm just gonna
I mean, it depends on
look
if you
at
guys want to kill the goblin. So we'll
Definitely, Nox is going to try to kill.
yeah,
her.
we'll keep initiative for now.
Okay,
though.
I'll figure out
Same with
how
Ulf.
far this. I can get there.
Actually, hold on one second. I gotta do something.
I can get down to there,
I have to roll
and
something.
while I'm running, I'll see. So I'd probably right there. Okay.
Okay.
So,
the
yeah,
woman
I'm
appears
on
to
my
still
way.
be breathing, but she's bleeding out still. So that's what you do.
The last minute. Oh shit! I need to do death saves in the background.
No, I've been doing them actually the whole time. Elowen.
Cool.
Move here and booming blade.
Oh, here we go. Let's go. Miss. You don't have an advantage, right?
I don't have advantage.
Okay. So unfortunately, that
Miss.
does not hit. So you know you have
You're
booming
set up
blade.
for another opportunity.
I'm gonna move over here.
All right, sounds good. You try to like block him in, and yeah, no, but he,
Actually, I can move all the way over here.
yeah, you
Whoa.
can.
Oh.
And he looks at you and is like, he clearly does not want to fight anymore, and he has a little bit of panic in his eyes. But yeah, so that's now going to bring us to Ulf. Matt? Alright.
Yeah,
Ulfgrush.
I'm gambling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack him with my longsword, and then he will also still take that too.
Okay, nice. So you come in, you swing your longsword.
Does Thunderous Smite happen every time up to a minute, or just the
it's
first?
the first one.
So I'm assuming you casted it again.
Oh, it doesn't just.
It's
say-
a one-time
lasts-
thing. The first
yeah.
time you hit, I believe that it lasts a minute
Yeah.
just so you can do it
have a minute to
preparatorily.
use it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay,
it's so
never mind.
it doesn't fizzle
Right.
if you miss.
Well,
Also,
It doesn't matter though.
Yeah,
because
you,
he
it's a
still
goblin.
Yeah, it's a goblin.
Yeah.
He's dead.
just keep your spell slot.
So yeah,
lot of
no, yeah. So you yeah. So you come in swinging with this with your sword. You slash across his whole back as he's running away, and he collapses to the ground now, dead.
Alright, I guess we're going to check on the lady.
All right, yeah.
Unless-
And unless you
unless
guys try to
someone
chase
Yeah, if
the
no one else is chasing after the dog,
Yeah.
it would be out of initiative.
and the
I'm
dog.
going to cough up some smoke
Okay.
and say, "You wouldn't happen to have any healing in you, would you, Paladin boy?"
Because because I mean just to let you guys know, the doggo has a base speed of 50, so he can get pretty far.
I
Cass
mean,
might be able to catch him, but
You're a big armor
Still.
holy man.
I
Not
mean,
much
I
of a leap.
definitely could.
yeah, you probably don't care.
Whenever
too,
I'm
I-
able to, I would go over to the woman
Well-
bleeding from her throat
I-
and cast Cure Wounds on
Yep.
her.
so
Like-
you cast Cure
okay.
Wounds on her.
Like,
yeah.
I don't
level
want to let this thing
1.
get away.
Do you want to try
Alright, so
to?
she has a whopping 4
so-
HP now.
Oh, Troy's going after the
If
dog.
you want to chase it, then it'll be out of initiative. It'll be like
They'll have their own chase
a
scene.
chase sequence because
Yeah.
it does have a significant head start, or like a round or two's
whole-
where
I mean, they had
One or two movement.
yeah. So anyways, you
That one's for
stabilize
you,
the woman, and we'll
Alright.
figure
they
out
had
what
one turn
happens.
above me.
Should we do?
Mhm. We will do a little before we figure out what happens with the woman. Castler just flies through the air. Do you have any way to light the tunnel, because it does get dark again once you get out of this area?
I will use my action to cast Dark Vision.
Okay, sounds good.
I can see.
Sounds good.
But
So
non-magically.
Non-magic.
non-magically,
of
yeah.
course.
So we will
Just
then.
focuses
Through
really
sheer
hard
willpower.
to make his eyes better.
I mean, to be honest, it kind of works in my world. That would be a thing with the whole idea that magic is sort of within everyone's blood.
I would hope so because that's how monks are.
Yeah. But literally, yeah, anyone could use it. Magic.
They
to
fucking
some
punch
extent.
the weave so hard that magic happens.
But yeah, so
So
then
you're saying I could have just focused real hard and just have done this anyway?
no,
Yeah.
not without training. Basically, what I mean is anyone could
No,
be a
NPCs
sorcerer
can,
if
you
they
can.
want to be, but
Yeah,
and if they
NPCs
have
can.
the resources. But that's not relevant right now. So
You can monk if you want to.
So we're gonna say it. So you're gonna go ahead and we're going to do a skill contest. So
Or he could just use key points to dash and be up on his ass.
He also moves faster than the wolf.
It's true.
I also move 60. And
Yeah.
Move 60,
Without-
can bonus action dash and action
Yes.
dash. with
He moves
next turn.
60 without exerting himself.
yes. I mean the Hellhound moves 50 without exerting himself. That is still quicker on your end, of course. But
There is, as long as he can see it, there's actually nowhere to help.
well, so that's what I mean is that it sort of has a good head start in it, before Cass is able to get going. So we are going to do this. It won't be super hard if you roll well.
This would have been my next turn, either way.
Yeah, I know, but you would have had to take the
Yeah.
action to cast the light stuff.
Yeah, which means I had the 60 movement.
Yeah, no, I know, but we are going
doing this.
to do this.
Yep. Tell me what we're doing.
All right, so roll for me. You're gonna roll for me on athletics check, and this thing will be doing the same.
Fucking rip.
What am I athletics king, if I may ask?
I mean, it's your. That's what athletics
physical
is for.
ability
It's
to
physical.
fly real fast.
Yeah, that's what normally you use in situations like this. Acrobatics sometimes is interchangeable. In this situation, I don't think it's really. It's not really about your acrobatic abilities. It's not about dexterity. It's.
Yeah, I'm just confused at what we're doing.
It's
I guess-
standard to do athletics shit.
Actually, you know what though? I will say. Let's see. Let me look at your
No,
character
I'm
sheet.
like, I don't care what I'm rolling. I'm just confused at what we're doing.
You're trying to chase it down. Like it's a skill contest.
Presumably, it'll be a long-term chase, so it's the idea of, do you have the endurance to actually make gains in chasing it, even if
Yeah.
you
So
do
do
move
I have
faster?
the dexterity to keep going?
Stamina, not
Yeah,
dexterity.
yeah, stamina. Yeah. I was actually going to say, I think I will actually allow you to use your dex modifier, but it's still an athletics check.
So basically, dex mod with no mod, since I don't think he's proficient.
No, he is
Or are
proficient in athletics. So,
I am.
so you
So
will
that's
have +3 instead, or no, +4 instead of +1.
Okay.
Yeah, I will allow that because of the fact that you are a bird, and so it's thus like you're not really being.
you?
I am
Link's
also a
good,
monk.
boy.
Yeah, so you will
Anyway.
you'll use your dex. So go ahead and make for me your first roll. You can just do it an athletics plus and then add 3 onto it. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay,
20.
first one. Let me see what this guy does. All right, so so you round the corner and see it running away, and you start dashing after it, and you are putting in all the effort that you can muster. But it is also running extremely quickly. It is. It looks like it has panic on its heels to a certain extent, especially because it like looks over its head at one point in time and sees you and runs quicker. So it does actually pretty much keep even with you. Aye, roll me another
Okay.
one.
I will roll another one.
Okay.
11.
So at this point, you are getting, maybe there's like a couple rocks in the way because you're going through the tunnels at this point. It's like almost like pod racing. Now this is pod racing. No, and this thing is, it actually, you're probably able to tell from deducing this, but it does have dark vision as well, naturally. So it is getting through here pretty easily. You're having to sort of fly around some rocks, and so it does actually gain a little bit and manage to increase the distance between you and it a little bit, but not too much. Not too much. All right, go ahead and roll your next one.
Okay. Rolling the next one.
Oh. Okay. So again, you are having some issues. There's some obstacles in the way that you hadn't remembered or hadn't really memorized when coming into the tunnel for the first time. And this thing is also getting slowed down a little bit. It looks like it's getting tired a little bit. So no one makes any real big gains or anything. But he draws maybe, a tiny bit further ahead and certainly doesn't fall back towards you at all.
Okay.
All right, make another. You're getting closer to like the end of the tunnel here.
Okay. Rolled another.
Okay. On this time, this round, there is no gain from either side. Perhaps Kass is getting a little tired or has a momentary lapse of tiredness. And this thing also seems to be slowing down, and it looks to be like panting. You actually see, flying over the ground, you see blood spots on the ground that are getting perhaps a little more intense. All right, and roll me another.
There's another.
Oh. Okay. And and so as you come to the end of the tunnel, it seems to be doing pretty poorly. It makes it into like the woods that are outside of the tunnel as you come popping out. And it goes into the woods of the trees a little bit, and you're again a little ways behind it, but it turns back or looks over its shoulder real quick and sees that you are not that you're not really losing it, even if you're not really gaining on it, actually. And it actually turns around, like, you know, goes skidding to a halt, and turns to face you. And, like, sort of, like, growls at you. And sort of, like, it keeps, like, backing away, but it realized, it sort of has given up, it looks like.
Okay. Can I kill it now?
I mean, you're flying, so it's not really going to be able to hit you right now. Do you want to kill it?
I mean, that's what I've been trying to do.
All right. I mean, how are you going to kill it, though? You got to describe it for me.
Okay, I'm going to fly up to it and stab it.
All right. So you're going to do like a big old lunge, come in swinging. All right. Well,
yeah, if we want to make it fancy, I'll, you know, as I end my flight, I'll do a triple barrel roll with my spear out, do a little helicopter spin with it as I fall to the ground,
all right.
and thrust my spear into the top of its skull.
All right. So, all right, sounds good. Well, go ahead and make an attack roll as you come diving in here.
All right. So hopefully these bad rolls have negated this next roll.
Yeah, hopefully that description doesn't turn into something horrible. Oh.
All right. So you come flying in, you know, spiraling down, and with your spear outstretched, and unfortunately you don't hit it. You go flying sort of
It was
like
a fake.
next to it. Oh, so then you turn and you punch it, and okay, roll your damage. All right, so you do not kill
First
it.
damage, boys.
You're not gonna. You don't kill it, and
I
because
love
of that,
this right now.
it is gonna get an attack on you. I allowed you to do both your, you know, everything that you could do on your turn. We're not gonna do like this is an official initiative, but
I mean, even if it was, it would just be one, the other. One,
yeah, exactly.
the other.
So that's and so you initiated, so that's why I'm automatically giving you the initial attack, but it's obviously ready for you, so it's not like it's a surprise round. So he will attack you now. He'll bite at you right after you punch it in. What's your AC?
15.
15. Okay. So it does actually hit you when it bites out at you. And this is the closest you've ever been. This is the closest you've been to this thing, I think, right? So this thing is it's pretty ugly looking. Like you can see that you're closer that it has like these nasty looking fangs, and when it like breathes, you know, these are just minute details you sort of pick up. When it breathes, it's like you see like a little glow of fire coming out. So he will bite at you, and it does hit. So you are going to take, and when it bites at you, you see actually a good, like a little, not a huge cone of flames, but some flames come out as well. So you're going to take 7 piercing damage, as well as 9 fire damage.
Okay, give me a total.
16.
Okay, I will take 13 damage then,
Okay, sounds good.
because I still have that 3 boost.
Yep. Yeah, it's probably actually about to run out soon. It's a minute, right? But I mean, you have like probably 3 rounds because of how quick that chase was. So.
I don't know if the temporary help points go with.
Ever? Just kidding. Obviously not. But yeah, no, I
They
get
don't
you.
stack, but they might never go.
I think it like maybe till the next long rest at least. But yeah, I think you might be right though. Okay. So, all right. So you had hit it. It hits you. How much do? Or what do you do next? I guess.
Okay, we're going to gonna attack it again.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay. Unfortunately, that does not hit.
Boom.
Oh my god, nice. That definitely hits. So you like pick your, you know, like your, I don't know, like you pull back your arm and just
Like
unleash.
honestly, the spear fake is the best strat.
yeah. You
So.
like you swing your spear, it like leaps back, like you know, like jumps back out of the way, but then you come flying in after that with your fist outstretched, and you just go bam and punch it right across the across the jaw there, and it goes flying back onto the ground. And it is it's unconscious. It's not actually dead just because you punched it, but you can kill it now freely if you want.
I mean, yeah. I'll end its life.
All right, so you come over and like just thrust your spear into its chest or something, or its neck.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. And when you do, it just sort of like starts to like some the fire dies down in its chest, and it dies. Okay. Well,
Okay.
we should
I'm
take a
back
break
now.
now, though. So we are going to take a break, and then we'll come back and figure out what the aftermath of this is, you know? With the lady.
All right.
So, yeah, so we'll take a quick, like, 5 or 10 minute break, you know? And we'll come back. We might go a little over on time. I don't know if Matt is going to allow that.
Yeah,
But,
boss laps.
But we'll probably, you know, we want it too late. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna put the stream back on the overlay, and we'll go take a break. I'm gonna make some coffee.
I always end up managing to take a break right before the actual break.